I gotta pull up because I can't see too much of my
If you're
stomach.
gonna pull up, then I gotta pull up.
Well,
See, you're making me pull up. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the live stream.
you gotta wait for the ad to run.
Oh, well, I don't know. Somebody will see it. People will watch this after.
Okay.
You know how that works.
Yeah, that's true.
People watch it after the fact. And that's when they'll see it.
Okay. So hello everyone. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, I see Donald, I see Links, I see Robert, I see Atomic. I just refreshed and here I am. There you go.
Okay, good.
And there we are.
Yeah.
As we get rolling into the 4th of July, which, okay, we're too old for that. I guess it doesn't matter. And that's actually where the idea came from, because I was doing
out of sight.
Oh, out of sight made it. Are we there? Yes, we are live. I did the live stream Saturday talking about Hasbro and the His Tank pros cons kind of discussion.
Yeah.
And she was at a parent's house and she was watching. And someone asked me what I'm doing. Yeah, Rustin, happy 4th.
Hey.
Asking what am I going to do on the 4th of July? And I'm like, nothing. I don't get to do anything. And that seemed to be the consensus. A lot of people was like, yeah, I'm basically going to sit home and convince my pets that everything is okay as the fireworks go off. And it just occurred to us, and she came back and she was like, what do you think about doing a live stream on the 4th? A lot of people might not have anything to do.
Yeah.
We don't.
Oh. I mean, I like going to see the fireworks. I really do. But it's such a hassle to get to wherever you have to go with the crowd. And then sometimes they'll have it in a place where you really can't see well if you're not in the right spot.
Yeah.
I went in Stone Mountain some years back. And man,
they do the laser show too, don't they?
They do the laser show because they do it every night in the summer. They do a laser show and the fireworks. But on 4th of July, they do the same laser show. They extend it and they extend the fireworks. So, you have that. But we got there maybe 4 o'clock and the thing didn't start till like 10. And it was packed and people were literally fighting over a spot because they have it on the lawn in front of the mountain where they got the car. They got a big lawn area, and that's where they have the light show. And if you go on a regular night, you can just grab a spot, sit down, and look at it, and it's nice. But on 4th of July, it was jam packed, and people were fighting over spots, or I've been here all day saving this spot, and blah blah blah.
There's Art Manson and Stone Sour's
hey,
here.
Did we say hey to Donald? He was the first one to wave.
Yeah,
hey, Donald. So. Okay, I just want to make
Out
sure.
of sight says the shirts is my wife has an awesome toy collection instead. Oh, she does.
Yeah.
I do not lie. I can tell no lies. And then of course, me growing up, fireworks were out of the question. Period. One, because my mother wasn't going to take me to any fireworks displays, and two, because fireworks are illegal in Boston. Anything more than those champagne bottle poppers and they'll arrest you. So I didn't get to experience any of that until I became an adult and went to the Boston Commons to the fireworks on my own.
Okay.
Which is pretty impressive because when they do the finale, they use cannons instead of percussion instruments. Okay. So the Navy is out there and they're actually firing cannons. But it's mobbed. It'll take hours to get out of there on foot because there's like 1 million people on that waterfront.
Hey, Robert.
Robert online.
And
welcome back.
Rustin. Somebody was saying something.
Rustin's last name.
Yeah. Oh, this Art. I'm not gonna be able to see tonight now.
Art Manson.
Okay. We said hey to him.
And then when I moved to Kansas, I could shoot fireworks because in Kansas they don't care what you do. Blow something up, they don't care. So I could buy all kinds of crazy stuff and light it off with the kids. There's Ross.
Here in Georgia, you can fire up on New Year's, this past New Year's. I thought we were at the professional show. The amount of fireworks these people had, it literally went on for like an hour. The fireworks these people had. Around here, and they were, I guess, taking turns firing them
Yeah.
off. But
And Brolicon says, "Happy 4th, nice Terradrome. Always wanted the Ninja Turtles Technodrome. Perhaps one day I'll get one. Maybe you will. Maybe you will find. I know that one's tough to find complete, isn't it? The Technodrome.
Yeah.
It's another one of those like really interesting play sets from back in the day. Art Manson said he used to blow GI Joes up with firecrackers.
Oh no.
No. And Link says, few days on my vacation. Hard for me getting COVID during June. I was going to a con at Austin July 1st, but canceled it. So at least with my family here until Friday back at work. And now he's C-free. Worst thing to go through. Okay. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah.
But, not yet. We're doing a trivia night. We're doing a trivia night tonight, guys. We've done that a few times.
We did it once.
We did it a few times.
We did it more than once?
We did it 80s, 70s. We did a few.
Oh.
But we're going to do trivia night again tonight, guys. And
Yay, trivia night.
And I'll explain the rules when we get to that point. Just want to see if a few more people pop up so that
you can have a good crowd.
Well, I got to explain the rules because people get confused. Yeah, Stone Sour says trivia night should be fun.
Yeah, it's always fun to do it. I don't participate. I don't know why. I should.
Robert says, I love having day off, but 4th is fun with State of the World, plus a lot of craziness on the 4th. They won't let you enjoy it because they politicize the hell out of it. So how can you enjoy it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. But anyways, you see, I got tagged today. It's my battle damage.
He got scratched by them cats trying to intervene in a fight.
Well, they tell you never interfere with a cat fight, right? But is so tame that you can pick him up and walk away with him in the middle of a fight. I've done it several times. But Miss Kitty doesn't like him. And when I picked him up to walk away, she jumped and tried to pull him out of my hands. And I don't know why she's barking up the wrong tree with that cat. He's pretty mellow, but he is huge.
That cat is big. He's not fat.
No, he's not fat.
But he is big. He got some weight on him.
He is very heavy. He's big tuxedo cat. And another one of these abandoned strays that's like comes and eats at our back door. And sometimes he comes in and hangs out. And he's very mellow. I guess he figures, not trying to blow a good thing. Oh, there's Kentucky Mud.
Hey, Kentucky.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, is that Brandon? He dropped the Brandon?
He dropped the Brandon.
Oh, okay. Now you just Kentucky Mud.
But Miss Kitty does not like him. And she messes with him, and she's barking up the wrong tree because if he goes off, it'd probably tear her in half. He's a big boy. She's just fat.
Yeah. Robert said he was watching some Godzilla films.
Stray cat food fun. Hey, we go through a lot of pet food.
We got 10 cats now.
Yeah. No dogs. Dogs.
I want a dog.
Yeah, you rarely find them alive, unfortunately, Stray. Because, and I've talked about that before. Dogs are too smart for their own good. And if you usually people drive around and find a wooded area, secluded, like out here somewhere, and put them out the door and take off. What's the dog going to do? Run up and down the road looking for his ride. And eventually he'll get hit. They usually don't last the day. You got to be quick to find a dog that's been dumped. Cats, if you throw them out, they run and hide in the woods. You put food out, sooner or later they'll find you. Yeah. They'll smell it out and they'll come to the house. And that's how we end up with more cats than dogs. But yeah, I know, huh? It's like the 4 plus uncle, we call the big tuxedo cat uncle. That's 5. Miss Kitty is 6. And the 2 kittens we just found make 8. That's 8, right?
I thought it was 10.
Oh, the gray cat is 9.
Gray cat comes around.
A gray female that sneaks around. Robert wants to know what's your favorite Godzilla movie. Watching Godzilla against Mecha. That would have been one of my choices too. Godzilla versus Mecha is classic. Oh, and the Godzilla versus Hedorah. I like the Hedorah one too. The smog monster for those of you who, I think that's what they call it in the English translation,
Mm-hmm.
the smog monster. You know, he's made out of waste. He's like a big sludge pile. But we appreciate that stone sour a lot.
We do.
It'll go a long way.
Because it seems like all we do is buy cat food. I
Yeah.
think we're gonna starve to death.
And
All
then
we do is buy
the
cat
wet
food.
the soft food, which is actually better for outdoor cats, costs more, and it's harder to find now for some reason.
Yeah.
It's just not on the shelves.
We give them dog food.
Sometimes we do, yeah.
The canned food,
Yeah.
because there's more in the can, and there's so many of them out there.
And mix it with the
And
dry
we
food.
mix it with the dry food. But and dog food is actually cheaper than
It
the
is.
cat food, and you get more. So, and they like it. They don't know the difference.
Not all the time, but there's not, you know, like I said, it's been hard to find the stuff.
Yeah,
you
beggars can't be choosy.
Yeah, basically that's what it boils down to. But yeah, so that we ended up with, so I think it's currently 9, and then it looks like
Mass and magnetism.
It looks like Master's here. Hello, back home from family cookout.
Oh yeah, that's what the mother cat had, some babies.
2. She's got 2. So
Yeah.
there's a mom cat, and she doesn't bring them around until late in the evening.
Yeah, when everything's kind of quieted down.
Because she'll come and eat in the daytime, but in the nighttime she herds these two little specks around onto the back porch.
Link saying something about the 4th of July.
4th of July for America does. Brave American soldiers have to deal with that. Something I researched on fireworks. They hear the fireworks pop. Fireworks with PTSD.
Oh, okay,
is that
okay,
what
okay.
you're talking about?
All right.
Robert says, I like the American translation, Godzilla versus Smog Monster. That movie was weird. Someone must have been high on drugs, like people dancing with fish heads. Yeah, I know. Well, it was supposed to be actually a protest against pollution. That film, but there's something to be said for Hedora smoking off of like factory smokestacks in the film. This smokestacks, and he goes and he puts his mouth on it and starts sucking the smoke out of the smokestacks. And there's even been Hedora figures that comes with a set of smokestacks so that you can play the scene. Yeah, Smog Monster was hilarious, and he could change. He had like 3 different forms because he could fly and he could turn into a blob and go under the water, and he was made out of sludge. Godzilla. Link says Godzilla versus Megalon and Jet Jaguar. Oh yeah, I remember when Jet Jaguar was in it, and the little finger rockets and stuff. Is that the right one with the finger rockets?
I don't know nothing about Godzilla.
Godzilla's awesome. What's wrong with
2 Godzilla films, Godzilla and King Kong. I saw that.
She's seen the 2 newest ones, and she didn't even see the one that goes between those.
I don't, Godzilla movies ain't my thing.
She likes to watch them fight, but she doesn't like the dialogue in between.
Yeah. I mean, because I had got the Godzilla and King Kong. King Kong wanted to fight Godzilla, and Godzilla was like, look, we're not doing all that. And he understood and left him alone. But, to me, it's like, whatever. I don't need to see all that. I don't care.
Kentucky says, loving the tea, David. How was your trip to Mama's house? Oh, I didn't go.
What tea?
The
t-shirt?
The t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't go. They all asked about him.
Oh, they know.
And I told them all kinds of stories.
Oh, yeah, did you?
No, I didn't. Good. No, I just told them they ain't coming.
Yeah, Rustin says that he found bazooka gum at a Rebel gas station, and it still has the comic in it. And it hit him right in the nostalgia bone. Yeah, I didn't know they were still making that.
Yeah, I remember Bazooka, and you opened the wrapper, and it was a little comic strip on.
You read it like this.
Yeah, you need a magnifying glass, but they it.
And the one I miss that I don't know, a lot of people don't remember it, is the fortune gum. It was an orange wrapper, and it had a little like caricature Chinese face on it, and it had a strip of gum inside, and instead of a comic, it was like a little paper fortune.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I used to like it, and it tasted better than the bazooka gum though.
Bazooka gum was nasty. It was hard and it was nasty. You got that sugar out, and then it was bitter.
Robert wants to know, what about Planet of the Apes, the remake with Caesar? He's asking you. I don't think she's seen those. You didn't see the new Planet of the Apes?
I seen what Planet of the Apes 2000. Was it something after
Wahlberg?
Yeah. Was it something after that?
They rebooted the franchise again.
Oh,
And
I
made,
don't know. I
what,
don't
three
think I saw
films?
that. Mm-mm.
I think I saw the first one. I didn't see the others.
The last one I remember seeing is in, I think it was Planet of the Apes 2000, where there was I think in Washington D.C. or something. I think seemed like.
That's where it ended.
Mm-hmm. That's the last I can remember seeing. I don't think I've seen any after that.
For me, if Roddy McDowell ain't in it, something's wrong.
I seen the first, the original one.
Originals.
Mm-hmm.
With
They were
Charlton
fine.
Heston.
Mm-hmm. They were fine.
Yeah, and then Roddy McDowell was connected with absolutely everything because he was in every single film and the live action television series and did the voice acting for his character in the Saturday morning cartoon show in 1974.
Okay.
So Roddy got around with that. He was all in for playing Caesar or whoever.
He was Cornelius.
He was both
Oh.
because as you progressed into the movie series, they actually time lapsed to basically a prequel, and then his ancestor was Caesar, and he played his own ancestor.
Oh, okay.
So Masters has got a feeling since G1 Classified has the his tank. Imagine Super 7 dropping a his tank also soon to keep the hype going. Oh no. They could potentially do it if Hasbro allows it, because remember, they can only make what Hasbro permits them to make.
It wouldn't make sense
for them to make also a his tank.
Yeah, because it's going to be basically the same size.
Vehicle. Pick a different vehicle.
Do a different vehicle,
something else.
Just continue with the figures and let Hasbro do the vehicles. You do the figures, and you can kind of put them together.
Or do something classic that was always used in the show, like the Tomahawk. Or
that big ship with the cobra head.
They never made the cobra ship.
Yeah, the cobra ship with the big head on it. They could do that.
Mm-hmm.
They can do another flag.
Link says he loves the Planet of the Apes remakes. That they're making newer reboots, not another one.
Oh, they're gonna do it again? Probably gonna be all woke.
Robert says I like Roddy as Peter Vincent. Super 7 to do a USS flag. You want to pay $3,000 per playset, because that's what it's going to come down to. It's big, because it would have to be bigger than the original flag to accommodate an Ultimates figure. Yeah,
because they're going to have to be 1/6 scale, so it's going to be gigantic. 12. Oh, 1/12 scale. Oh God, 1/6.
Well,
1/12 scale.
It would have to be at least twice the size of the traditional flag. You'd be better off buying an one. Hey, Trevor's here.
Hey, Trevor.
Thanks for joining us, Trevor.
Roddy was awesome in the original Fright Night.
Okay.
I don't think I saw Fright Night.
And Stone Sour says he hopped the fence and got the hiss after seeing the tears. Yeah. 13,000 this morning. It hasn't even been a week.
Yeah, they got another figure in an accessory pack is what they announced this morning.
So now there's 3 figures
in an accessory pack.
And then there's 2 tiers left to unlock. So
I thought it was only 4 tiers.
There's 4 tiers, and then the tier.
Oh, okay.
So and the figure came. They haven't revealed that figure yet, but it's that figure. Oh yeah, they did. It's gonna basically it's the Hiss driver again, but it's gonna be in a different color scheme. But at least you get 2 figures, and that's how it's gonna go. Donald Layton is here for joining us. But that's how that's gonna look. But yeah, a USS flag, because she asked that question about the Terrordrome, and I was like, yeah, if HasLab did a Terrordrome, it would be insane.
Yeah,
the pricing would be absolutely insane. It wouldn't even be worth the trouble.
I know, because Super 7 did the
Snake Mountain.
No, not the Snake Mountain, the Thunder Tank. That's and that was $450, and that's what, a 12 scale.
Was it tax and shipping on that too? Shipping included?
No shipping included or tax.
So it's like $500.
Yeah.
Out of sight. The stream is breaking up. Is it?
Oh no.
What's going on?
It said unstable earlier. That went away, so I thought it was fine.
Yeah. I hope
we try to move it. We probably got to push it back some.
And then William is here.
Hey,
says
William.
First time catching us live.
Oh, good. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Make sure you
Maybe if I comment. maybe I'll turn this.
Oh boy, now he's gonna turn it.
Yeah, I gotta finagle things, and hopefully a cable won't come out.
Yeah.
Because it's probably YouTube, because it was a YouTube warning. But yeah, we can see people dropping off there. Hopefully it'll
pick
back up.
I know we got to get that mesh thing where you boost your internet all over the house.
Yeah. Robert wants to know if you got the Thunder Tank.
Mm-hmm.
She did get it.
I did. I think it comes out next year or something.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, probably in 2 years.
Donald wants to know if we purchased anything from Snail Shell. No, I don't know anything
What's
about
Snail Shell? I've never heard of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with them. Link said the stream is buffering. Stop. Sounds fine. The sound is still good, but it's physically having problems. Masters said Patrick is here.
Hey, Patrick.
Caruso, and the Stone wants people to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Masters of Magnetism, maybe his tank from Hasbro is a test to see how it goes, and they'll push further next year. Yeah. If it does, and it has done very, very well.
Yeah, and the Sky Striker did well.
Well, it never hit the last tier.
Oh, it didn't?
No, it did not reach
the
last tier, which means that they lost out on the 2 figures, and it was 2 figures that have never been made before, unfortunately. And they called them ketchup because they were wearing a yellow and a red outfit, and they came in a 2-pack.
Okay.
And they were supposed to be like engineers or something, crew, and it didn't make it. Fractured said Steam is sounding good for me now, guys. Okay, good.
Yeah, and then try to
try.
Oh, try to try.
Hey. Thank you. But yeah, Robert, next year, and that's how it goes. I mean, his tank, I don't think that's getting released until next February, I think.
You mean 23?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too far. That's what, 6-7 months.
Galactus did really, really well.
Yeah.
Right. The what was it? The Proton Pack did really well. The Rancor bottomed out, never even reached the first tier, and then the Sky Striker didn't make the last tier. But I think that's because too much was going on at once. They had 3 out at once.
Yeah, they need to
back up.
Yeah, like maybe every 6-8 months release something, but not every month or 2 months.
Yeah, it's too much.
You know, space it out, because people don't have the money like all that. And now we're in this little recession and all that.
And now they got that lightsaber that's also a also on the Hasbro Pulse, and it's $500, and it's got like, I think is a week left on it now. I think it's like 6 or 7 days left, and it has not even it's not even halfway to where it needs to be. It's going to die.
Oh, so that means they're not going to make it?
Yeah.
I mean, but what do you want a $500 lightsaber for? You can get a knockoff,
so you can walk around with it at the convention.
This sells at GameStop for like $30.
Yeah, but it's the same quality.
I'm buying a.
Master wants to know when Galactus is getting released. Yeah, it should be around November or something, something like that. It should be coming out this year. And I did pre-order a Galactus.
Oh, you did?
I did get one. Master says he backed it also. Yeah, but yeah, that one made it all the way and hit all the tiers. Hopefully, better quality control this time, because I know there was a problem with a bunch of the Sentinels. The knees weren't good, and they needed to be adjusted, because you're not sending it back. You're stuck with it.
Yeah.
But and also Unicron did really well.
Yeah,
Unicron
that was like the first one they did, right?
Yeah, it's one of the earliest ones. And the sail barge, Jabba's sail barge, did really well also. They're expensive projects, but I mean, that's the way of the future with this kind of stuff, where if you they don't want to invest in trying to go to tool and die and manufacture this stuff and work the bugs out and send it to the stores so it can become a shelf warmer.
Yeah.
And then they can't sell to those stores anymore because they get sick of dealing with them. You know, I talked about that a lot. I picked on Funko a little bit when the other live stream, because that's what's happening to them. We've gone from like FYE having 50 feet of shelf space for Pops to 10, you know, and or GameStop having 20 feet of shelf space to 5. You know, we're collecting dust on these. We're not buying as many anymore. And Hasbro doesn't want to have to go through that with such an expensive item.
I wonder about the future of toys, because it seems like with all of the issues and all of the problems that's going on, it seems like they're going to start like cutting back and
Making less and less.
yeah, making less and less until you're down to none.
I mean, who makes
And
marbles anymore, you know, or any of that kind of stuff that
yeah,
make jacks? The
and
stuff we used to
then
see.
like the Comic Cons are starting to die, like the big Comic Cons, not the small local ones in your town. I'm talking about like San Diego and New York, because I read an article
Oh,
this
that's right.
week about the San Diego Comic Con and how they're losing millions of dollars because they're not getting the vendors that they were once getting, or the people are not coming since COVID. The vendors aren't coming because they had to shut it down for 2 years, like 2 cycles. They
Hmm.
had to shut it down. So vendors started doing other things and they're not really coming back. So,
Yeah.
the big ones, and they don't even do the Emerald City, I don't think. Well, at
And,
least Funko doesn't participate in the Emerald City.
and also during the virus scare, they all where they were forced to shut down, and
Mm-hmm.
all of these companies did their own thing
Mm-hmm.
independently. They figured out we don't really need to go to New
Yeah.
York or San Diego Comic Con
Yeah.
to get the same reaction from our crowds. We don't have to show up at all.
No.
And these are two organizations that really got too big for their britches. They were gouging vendors, they were gouging customers, overcharging considerably. I remember back in the 90s when this stuff was practically free. It didn't cost much to get into one of these shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you went to a show, if we were paying $20 for a show, it was outrageous. Now people are spending hundreds to get into some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, my buddy, what is his name, Bud Plant from
Yeah.
Facebook, 48 years at San Diego Comic Con, and he he wanted to milestone at 50
Mm-hmm.
because he set up a big comic booth there, and he was like, I can't do it. I'm never going back. I thought I would make it to 50, but they want so much every year. It keeps going up astronomically, and I can't do it. I just can't
Yeah.
afford to do it. So they got too big for their own good and started taking advantage of people, I think.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, how many people go to San Diego Comic Con, or
Just to
even
film.
New York? Yeah, and
Yeah.
all they do is film,
Yeah.
and then they put it on YouTube. And then during the COVID, I remember watching Sideshow set up a booth in their own office, and
Yeah.
they took tours of it.
Yeah.
And they had a guy there explaining each one. So at least now you have the company doing it themselves. They had a guide, and then they had an interactive thing where it was like, okay, if you want more information about a certain statue you saw, leave a message, and then we'll do a video on that statue. So
Yeah.
you may want to see it longer. You may have a few more questions that we didn't answer. But I watched it and it was pretty in depth. And it was better than if you watch somebody else's video, not knocking people's video, capture everything. So they'll go to a statue, they'll film it the front and the back, and then they'll move to the next one. But then when you saw, like I saw the Super 7 one, the Sideshow one, and I think it was another company's,
Mhm.
they went through each figure real slow. They talked about it, all the different things, and then they moved on to the next one. So you got to see more,
Yeah.
and you got way more information. So I think they took that into account too. A lot of people don't come except for like the press, because you got a little press sketch.
Yeah.
So you can film, and you might, if you like Pixel Dan, you can talk to the owner. Like he always talks to the guy from Super 7 and the guy from NECA,
NECA,
and
yeah.
he does interviews with them. So that's pretty good because you get some kind of in-depth behind the scene information. But normally you just go to each booth. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Sideshow
Yeah.
booth, we're gonna go to Mondo booth and this booth, that booth, and you film.
Yeah.
So they just do it by themselves.
Just want to point out D Dow and
Hey,
and Gilgamesh have joined us.
hey, Gilgamesh.
And Robert was asking, I ordered the Galactus. Do you have any Marvel characters to go with them? I got a bunch of Build-A-Figures. I don't have like Legends per se, but I do a bunch of Legends Build-A-Figures. And I was with the idea of getting the Fantastic Four Mezco set to go with, because it would still scale.
Yeah, 1/12 scale.
I was thinking about it. Robert says you really trashed Castle Grayskull. It was like you were spraying graffiti on the Grayskull walls. I was just saying, because we were talking about that. People always have top 10 lists of the best play sets of the 80s. And Castle Grayskull looks great, but if you're looking at it in terms of playability or play value, there's not much there.
It
There's
don't
not
really even look all that great.
There's not that much you can do with it.
I mean, because it's real plasticky.
Yeah.
And it just got that black spray paint just across the center. And it's always number one. And if you want to say what is the most iconic or memorable, yeah, it will be number one. But as far as ability, once you take all of your feelings, put that aside, and just be honest with yourself, what can you really do with the Castle Grayskull?
Yeah, it's a carrying case.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it looks good on the shelf once you put it up on the shelf. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Punisher XS has joined us.
Hey, Punisher.
And Donald says his first 3-0 figure a little while ago, the MDLX Bumblebee. And it's the best figure of 22 for him so far.
Yeah, I got their Bumblebees. I think the first one. I like their quality of stuff. It's getting better because by the time they got to Megatron, they put die cast in the feet so it stands up. Because the Bumblebee Optimus Prime, hard to make it stand up. The Soundwave, I think, stood better. And then by the time they got the Megatron, they kind of got the bugs out.
Yeah.
And it stands up on its own.
But that 3-0 that die-cast Bumblebee, hard to pose, hard to stand, and the small components, they come off very easily.
Yeah.
And I talked about that in the
review.
And somebody panned me for that too. They were like, "What are you talking about? It's the most sturdy figure I own. I could throw it against the wall."
Yeah, throw it against the wall then.
Film yourself throwing it against the wall and send it to me. I want to see that. We'll see how well that works out for you.
Yeah. Okay? I mean, like I always say, I don't mess with my figures. I take it. The ones that come out of the box comes out of the box. I stand it up and I'm done. You look at the pictures. That thing is doing all kinds of stuff. It's doing handstands. It's doing flips. It's doing all kinds of splits and all kinds of things. But once you get it, you can't do that. For me, I don't care because I'm not trying to do nothing. I just want it to stay on the shelf by itself. That's all I want to do. I don't want to, if I put it on a stand, fine. I don't want to lean it up against the shelf for it to stand. I think that's what we ended up doing with that Optimus because one of them didn't even fit on the stand.
They don't fit on the stand.
They give you a stand and then they're too high. Their foot don't touch ground.
Yeah.
So it was like, so you can't use the stand, but then they don't stand on their own. So you got to kind of prop it up on the shelf.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. But I like the look of it. And again, I don't mess with it. Once it's on the shelf, the only time I touch it again is when it's time to clean it.
Yeah.
And then,
Pete is there and he says, Pete. What are you guys doing? Go eat some hot dogs and hamburgers and toss back a few brews. I think it's time for a toy and brew channel. The world is so negative now. Loosen up and collect toys. Yeah. Loosen up definitely. But yeah, no politics and no social pressure here.
No.
We try to stay.
We don't want to hear that. No. You hear enough of it.
Everywhere you go.
You watch TV. You can't listen to the radio. It's an ad about because it's election time. So you got all of these political ads and they're telling you this. And this person said this person is doing that. And it's like, I don't want to hear it. I just want to hear my music. And we listen to internet radio when we're driving. So we can get away from that. You get more commercials, more political stuff. So we try not to bother.
Yeah, Dow thinks that the age of the action figure is coming to an end.
I think it is. I mean, not probably 100%, but as far as you going to the store and finding some stuff on the shelf, I think it's going to be now because it feels that way, and I could be wrong, but it feels like now, anytime you want to buy something, okay, you pre-order it. and from these two, 3, 4 stores, and they to you,
Yeah. And if we miss a comment, just try to keep up. We can. It's easy.
Hey, man, Mexico, how you doing?
There he is, Rolo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master Mexico is named Rolo.
Yeah. Do I need to mention that I appreciate you? Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks
how
for
you been
joining us.
doing? I can't see nothing to read.
Stone
so
Sour says, I like the look on LPH's face when David is showing the articulation of her figures. No, I'm not rough.
He is rough. I don't like how he touch and handle all my stuff.
Donald wants to know, now that you've had the Joker statues for a while, which one's your favorite?
Now, we talked about that during that when we were doing the Queen Studio.
Oh, and here's New Age Robotics has just joined us.
Hey, New Age Robotics, how are you? And I said it okay, I don't know if I have a favorite. I like them both for different reasons. The Prime one, I like the posing on it. I don't like the accessories the Prime one came with. It came with a lot of accessories. A lot of accessories that were in the movie. The accessories don't go with...
They don't go with the scene. They don't match.
Yeah, because it's the scene... The Prime one is a scene with him coming down the stairs and he was dancing.
Yeah, when he's snapping his fingers.
Yeah. They gave him
a sign.
They gave him the sign. Yeah, the flowers, the bag. They got the gun. I mean, and that's fine. The gun fits. The gun fits. It was in his pocket. That's fine. I like the Queen Studio. I love the fact that it has rooted hair. I love that it has the glass eyes. I like the pose because that's an iconic scene. He's sitting at the desk, contemplating. He's about to go out there and shoot up the place. And I'm guessing everybody's seen the movie. We're talking about the Joker movie. The accessories that it came with is everything that was on the shelf. It came with a lot of accessories, a ton of accessories. All of it was in the scene. Except
for the cigarette.
Except for the cigarette.
There was a conflict of interest with DC, apparently.
Oh, you figured that out?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And it's like, give me a break.
With the cigarette?
They don't want to promote smoking. And it's like, how many 6-year-olds you think are buying the Queen Studio statue? Promote smoking. He smoked through the whole movie.
I know. The whole movie
Shut
was
up,
him
DC.
smoking.
I'm sick of them.
But
that nonsense.
Yeah, and another thing that I didn't like about this is very petty, and I'm gonna fix it myself. The brush.
Oh, that's right. The brushes are like a solid piece, and they look fake.
And I think they did it because they don't want you to touch the hair. You give somebody a brush,
hair, and it's been professional.
Yeah, you give somebody a brush, you're gonna try and do something with that hair,
and they're gonna sit there and play like Dolly with it.
Hey, yeah,
fix your hair, Mr. Joker.
Exactly. So, but I think I like the Queen Studio better because the face has the silicone skin, it has the rooted hair, it has the glass eye.
They put more effort into it.
Yeah,
overall.
I mean, but that same effort costs.
Yeah.
The Prime one, I like the look of it. I like the quality of it. I think it was well done. And it's totally different scenes. So yeah, you have the same outfit, but it's totally different scenes. And I like it. I mean, I love the movie. So they can put probably anything with Joaquin Phoenix. They can put the one with him in the bathroom with no shirt on and try to get it, but I thought he did a great job. Yeah. I'm kind of nervous about what I'm reading with the sequel because they're talking about a musical. I don't know about that.
I hope that's just a rumor.
Yeah, and they're talking about that girl gonna be in it. What's her name? The singer, Lady Gaga, as Harley Quinn.
They don't need Harley. They don't need to do that. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Some of these characters are so overdone.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking me if I got the new Mondo Anniversary He-Man. I did pre-order it.
Oh, yeah.
I did pre-order it. And I think it's too soon for them to be coming up because in the next few weeks they're going to be dropping She-Ra, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's too soon.
That's
And
outside of their MO.
but that's Funko's MO, and Funko owns Mondo now.
Yeah.
Mondo, it was doing it like every 6 months. Here's a figure that
They-
give you a chance to recover,
Yeah.
and especially with the prices going up on this stuff. And I had a coupon. I actually I got a discount on that figure. That's why I went ahead and did it while I had the window.
They never came out with the next Universal Monsters.
Yeah, they hung that up. They will probably get back to it now. They might.
I hope so.
But I just hope that they don't start cranking because the Funko will grind them into the ground.
They didn't come out with my Man Thing yet.
Yeah, that hasn't been released yet. She did order Man Thing. As Peter Costa has joined us.
Hey, Peter.
Thanks for jumping in.
Make sure you read the comments because I can't see them.
Some people were commenting that they hated seeing me do the tour of the Terrordrome.
Oh yeah,
I'm thrilled with it. I'm happy.
He was happier than a pig in slop.
Because I've been trying forever to get that Terrordrome, and the okie dokie, and you heard me go on about it in the videos. If
I've heard you go on about it
because these people are full of crap when you go to these shows, and it's like, oh, is it complete? Yeah, it's complete. Oh, but you know what? The guns are 3D printed. No, well, it's not complete. Oh, it's complete. Where's the figure? Oh, I don't put figures with play sets. If it came with a figure and it's not here, it's not complete. You don't sell me the figure separately. What kind of crap is that? And it's always a raw dealers, people who are selling a raw sets that do this garbage. Pisses me off. Yeah. Let me see. Where are we here?
He done went on some. Yeah.
People are saying that DC is hypocritical. They are.
Yeah, they are.
It's all talk.
Because now they got a new law that they don't make. You can't make your action figure with guns, but then they come with guns. Well, not come with guns. They use guns all throughout the movie, the cartoon, or whatever.
McFarlane was clever, and I'll give him credit. You know, I'm not a fan of McFarlane's stuff, and I've met the guy, and don't get me going.
Yeah,
but he is listening to the fans, and he is giving them what they want. You want superpowers again? Here's superpowers. With the figures anymore, gun accessory packs and sell them. He did, which he did,
and you can put them with him yourself.
Do it yourself. And so I totally get that. Plastic Syndicate, he says he's happy he got the Mondo Hordak. Which one did you get? Did you get the regular one, the Mondo exclusive, or the convention one that looks like the Filmation version? I got the Filmation one.
Okay, I
was able to get the Filmation one. Yeah, Donald says the movie was great. Can't believe they try to turn it into a musical. No kidding.
Now,
it's just
I kind of like what I'm reading about what they want to do with Willem Dafoe. They say that he really wants to play a Joker.
I think he would do good.
Yeah. And they said how they would try to work him in, making him like an imposter. One of them would be the imposter, and they may try to sound like it's going to be Willem Dafoe is going to be the imposter. And that's fine. And I saw a video on YouTube. Somebody and I kind of hate the speculation videos, but it made sense. The comic book, The Three Jokers. They're gonna try and do one of those Jokers, and he's gonna be one of those Jokers, and he's gonna get on Joaquin Phoenix Joker because he'll be like, well, you know, that's not what I was really trying to do. I was just trying to make a point to get back at the Wayne family, you know. So it's a lot there that can go right. I'm just worried about the musical part and the Harley Quinn part, because then you're gonna get. I guess you can put Harley Quinn in there without being
just don't let her sing.
Yeah,
they just want to prove that she can act. You know,
I mean, she did fine in A Star Is Born. That was enough.
It was a remake. The original one was Barbra Streisand, right?
But still, she was in it. She got the chance to stretch her little vocal cords. Whatever. You know, you don't have to come off in this movie. And I kind of thought with the Batman that was going to be kind of fishy, but it was good. The Catwoman wasn't overbearing. It wasn't too much. You know, just a little sprinkle, and that was fine. So hopefully the same thing will happen.
Who is asking?
I don't
Master
know.
wants to know how many figures can you fit in the Terradrome. I don't know, a lot. But as far as foot pegs, there's only 8 foot pegs
Mm.
on the top row, and 4 seats, and then 2 gunning positions. But you can stand others in there.
Well, they
And
want
then-
you to use those foot pegs in
Yeah.
the seats, and that's
Yeah,
it.
and then in the bottom inside of each of those 8 bottom doors, I think there's 2 foot pegs in each inside of each.
They sell those little
The
stands.
I need those stands. I need
Every
some.
time you go to the show, is always that one guy that got a million
Yeah,
of
you
them.
want like something crazy for him.
Oh.
It's,
Should only be like 5 cents each.
Eric Peter Carson is there, and he says he picked up the Pure Arts Batman '89 cowl from Sideshow. Very expensive, but Keaton is my Batman.
I like Batman.
Yeah, she's fond of the Keaton Batman.
Yeah.
It's a shame about him now too,
What happened to him?
because because of what happened with that guy.
The Flash.
DC is gonna kibosh the whole movie now.
No, I read an
I
article
heard
this
that they were
week.
gonna dump it.
Mhm.
They changed their mind.
I think so, because I read an article this
'Cause
week. They say it's still on.
People were pissed off because they were like, well, we wanted to. It's like they didn't even care about the Flash. They just wanted to see Keaton as Batman in the film, and they were upset because it wasn't going to go through. But okay, maybe they are going to put it up. I heard they're gonna dump it.
I read an article this week, well, last week, whatever, that they're gonna move forward with it with the same guy and everything. So, I guess you gotta wait and see.
Wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic Syndicate says, I admit they skimped on the accessories, but it's still a great figure, especially like posing and photographing him next to Vampirella.
Who are you talking about?
Which figure? Oh, the Hordak.
Oh, the Hordak. Why
Oh,
you got Hordak with Vampirella?
Vampirella. I don't know. Someone's got to keep him company.
I guess so. He don't have She-Ra. Then when the She-Ra comes out, you can put him with She-Ra.
Robert wants to know why Lifeline, if you hate him, LOL. The Alan Alda, the Joe team, my original childhood Lifeline, who, even though he's like a total tool on the show,
Lifeline is the
pacifist.
Oh yeah,
but the pacifist on what's basically a mercenary team that runs around the globe attacking Cobra.
They don't kill nobody, no way.
Yeah, I know they don't kill anybody anyways. But in the on the figure pack, he's carrying a pistol and he comes with a gun. So that's why. Let me see. Where are we?
I don't know. Master Mexico. Oh no, did you read Eric? You can bring Harley.
You can bring Harley in sometime in the future, but there is so much to explore with the Joker character. You don't need to add anything. No, you don't. I agree
100%. I mean, the direction they went with Joaquin Phoenix was good. They can pick that up. They can continue. What I read so far, what they want to do with William Dafoe and Joaquin Phoenix sounds interesting. That sounds good. But Harley is always like loud and overbearing and just everywhere.
It doesn't have to be that way.
No. Okay, in the animated series.
That's the only one I like.
Yeah.
I don't like any other nation of Harley Quinn.
She's fine because it kind of fits in with that Joker's character. It works. But now honestly, I had seen her in Suicide Squad.
Okay.
And I did not see Birds of Prey.
You didn't miss anything not seeing Birds of Prey.
Right. But what I'm saying is to compare her character, but from just seeing it, just the look, it don't look like something, a movie like that's dark and like kind of deep. It seems too lighthearted and too like ridiculous to me.
They'll kill it.
I hope they do.
Masters wants to know when do we open the museum? He says his time is short and he wants to see that thing running. It's open by chance.
You got to call and make an appointment.
We got to do a tour. We
cleaned up for the tour too.
Yeah, we dropped the ball on that, but we got to do that soon.
We did clean up. We cleaned up 2 weeks ago for the tour, and I don't know what happened.
Stone Sour says you had Vegas for the Terradrome. How did it take? How long did it take you to get them, and from where? Those are from my childhood, and I got them from collecting bottles and cans and newspapers.
I'll be back.
I just kept buying bats because I got 8 bats in there, And I
And
never
you got 50 standing there.
yeah, I never really did anything with the figures. So they're in pristine condition. They're like brand new out of package condition, all of them. Except for the hooded Cobra Commander is pretty kind of worn out but that was the original mail order Cobra Commander, but the condition on them is phenomenal. Hold on a second, I'll grab one here for you to see, because the Terradrome is like right there, but they're all like this. The lenticular chest plate intact. There's no scuffs in the paint or anything. They're all perfect, as well as my other figures that I have in the Terradrome. Because I wasn't like really rough on them at all or anything like that. But yeah, those are the surviving childhood figures. Fortunately, a lot of my childhood stuff that I collected myself or I purchased myself when I was young, I managed to hold on to. I managed to hold on to them when I had lost my collection. Let me see here. Where are we? Gilgamesh says he got 2 of the McFarlane gun packs from his online store. Soon my red hood can finally be comic accurate. Yeah, there you go. And PA Toys and Comics. The original Star is Born was Judy Garland. Okay, so it's been remade twice then. Because I remember a 70s version with Barbara Streisand, I thought, right? So that means there's 3 versions of the movie. That's interesting. I don't remember the Judy Garland one. I don't think I ever saw that. And Eric Peter gave $4.99 to the Cat Fund. Thank you. All thanks to you two for spending time with us. Happy 4th. Well, we appreciate that, Eric. Thank you very much. And again, donations go to the Cat Food Fund. So that means a lot. Eric, LPH is back.
Not that donation Eric gave, because he didn't say that it goes to the Cat Fund.
Oh, well, where's it going to go then?
It's going to go in my pocket.
No, it's not. It's going to go to the cats. I'm not listening to you.
Yeah.
Plastic.
You gotta listen. Go ahead.
Oh, Plastic Syndicate says he has this weird fantasy of Vampirella joining the evil horde. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, New Age says love the Ninja Turtle seat. Yeah, this is the turtle seat. This is actually her chair.
Yeah,
and then
and
mine
this is
the one with the
GI Joe on it.
And she upholstered these.
Yeah,
she did that. Let me see. Where are we?
Devo.
And we're going to start the trivia contest here in a few minutes.
Yeah,
and
we got 38
I'll explain that for those of you who have never done this with us before. New Age Robotics says my mother gave all my toys away when I was young. Have never forgiven her. Oh, that sucks.
Oh,
there's a lot of people that have a story like that. It's either toys or comics or something, trading cards, and somebody gave them away, or they got sold at a yard sale or something. And in my case, and we did a video on it because a lot of people asked it. When your comic toy collection, whatever, is stolen, I think is the title, something like that. We did it like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Because I had a massive collection that was stolen by my ex. And so, I could have filled this room like 5 times with what I had. Back in the day, it was easier to get the stuff. I could still walk into KB and get Power of the Force Star Wars carded figures 3 for $1. They're practically giving the stuff away. And New Age says it was a massive toy chest.
Yeah, okay. He liked the old school Ninja Turtle fan. He's an old school Ninja Turtle fan. Yeah.
So, okay, how the trivia contest works. And we're going to do 80s and we're going to do TV shows. Okay. So we're going to listen to like a short 7-10-second clip from the intro to a TV show. And you're going to guess, and everybody can join, or if you don't want to, you can just listen. And we're going to select, whoever answers first the correct title of the show. Wow. We're going to point, right? Now, I have to remind people, keep you in mind that what you see on your feed, what you see the chat feed, and how we see it is different. So it may look like you're first and you may not be. We see it in true time, but if you type your answer in, it may go first on your feed, but there might be a couple of people ahead of you already that it reflected here first.
We write down the first ones we see.
Write down the first one we see because we have true time. And so, like, because some people get confused and they're like, "Hey, I was first," and then like 5 other people are like, "No, I was ahead of you." And just to clear that up,
we don't want no fighting in the chat.
No fighting in the chat. Okay.
Depot said his mom saved all his stuff, his toys and action figures. Sound like my mama.
So that's anybody and everybody can play, or
what do you do here?
You can just I just put it to the back page. And she's gonna be our timekeeper.
Yeah, score. Now let me tell you how I keep score.
Okay, how do you keep score?
Once your name get on the thing, that's 1 point.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then she counts from there.
Yeah. So once your name get on the paper, you have 1 point.
Okay.
And then I just make checks every time you get something right.
And Hank and
Hill.
Jesse say what just joined us. Hank and Jesse, we're doing the trivia contest today. I don't know if you just heard me explaining that. So we're going to be doing an 80s trivia, and we're starting in here in a minute. We're going to listen to 80s television show intros. You guys are going to guess, and we're going to see whoever guesses first. And again, how we see it and how you see it is different. So it may look like first, and you might not be. And
every answer is Gunsmoke.
There's Ghost Junk just joined us.
No, just because you write your name right now does not give you a point. So don't try that. You have to answer a question.
Master thinks he's going to lose. You don't know.
Yeah, you might win.
Too modern now. Oh, come on.
Well,
Well, just try.
Just put Gunsmoke.
It'll just...
Every time something plays, put Gunsmoke.
The older show. Gunsmoke's like a late 50s show.
It
was over 20 seasons.
Yeah. Coffee madness is here.
Link says don't know much about 80s at the time besides movies and shows. Yeah, but we're using television show here and 80s into trivia. Yes, Gunsmoke. Yeah, Gunsmoke is a cool show. Oh, come on, YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna.
I already know I'm going to do terrible.
Yeah,
with
try.
80 shows.
Try
you don't know.
The A-Team. Yeah. Every answer's
the A-Team and Gunsmoke. If you use the A-Team, Gunsmoke, and Saved by the Bell, you're perfect.
Oh, not Saved by the Bell. That show sucked.
I've probably watched every episode.
Yeah. Would you watch it again?
No.
There we are.
I don't think so. I don't think I could sit through that. But when I was a teenager, it was fine because it was that type of humor. Yeah. Okay, let's get going.
Yeah, let's get going.
Are you gonna give out prizes?
We'll see.
You got to tell people
beforehand. Well, then they're gonna cheat.
How are you gonna cheat?
I don't know. I have given out prizes on this before. I've done giveaways on this. So we're gonna get ready.
Oh, we need to do a test to make sure they can hear the
They'll hear it.
Oh,
and will you let us know?
I'm gonna put the
first one. No, nobody's getting.
Wait, hold on. Wait, because he's gonna do something.
What? I know what I'm doing.
I know, but I just wanna.
Yeah, but you moved it over too much.
I know, and now I'm gonna do it like that. See?
She's precious. She's mashing buttons. It's making me nervous. Ah! Get out! No, stop!
Okay.
Stop!
All right, I'm done.
Stop!
I'm done now.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, I see that.
Stone Sour wants me to give away a Sarah. Don't forget it.
Oh, no,
no way.
Never.
The Love Boat's a 70s/80s.
Okay.
All right, let's see if you can hear this. Ready?
Let us know if you can hear it.
Okay, here we go. Who's got it? Trevor got it. Trevor got it. Trevor's first.
So, what's that? Trevor Wright?
Trevor Wright.
Now I'm going to just put Trevor.
Trevor Wright is the first name we saw, and that indeed was Alpha. Which is
It's so sour. 1 point, Trevor. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
JC gave away a his tank, he says. Because That's actually pretty adult humor if you really pay attention. I don't know. But okay, here we go. Gunsmoke hardly even has intro. The music is like 3 seconds. Who got that one?
Nobody. Did we freeze that? Oh, here we go. I don't know.
You don't know?
Magnetism said
nobody knows what that is. Dow got it.
Dow. Okay.
No, it's not it.
He got it
right? Who got it right? Who got it right?
Oh, Robert Online got it.
No, it's not Who's the Boss.
No, Robert says St. Elsewhere.
St. Elsewhere. Somebody else said Who's the Boss. Stone Sour said it was cutting out a bit. No. Is it too loud?
Robert Online.
Okay. Was it too loud? All right. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
So, number 3.
3.
Maybe the world is blind or just a little unkind. Don't know. Seems you can't be sure of anything anymore.
It's not Who's the Boss. I know that. Oh,
Trevor got it.
Oh, Trevor got 2
Punky
points.
Brewster. That was Punky Brewster. I hated that show. And
Perfect Strangers.
And it had a cartoon too.
Yes, it did.
It had a cartoon and a talking doll.
Remember
the talking dolls were popular.
Yeah, but didn't it have a pull string doll?
Yeah, that they were all pull strings.
Oh yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, New Age. Oh my God, was that Punky? Yes, it was. All right, let me transition. Oh, ready? Number 4.
Oh, I recognize this.
Come on. Does that sound better? Trevor got it, Ben. Wow, Trevor's
on the ball.
You guys are gonna have to step it up. How's that sounding? Does that sound better, or do I need to turn it up a little?
Yeah, make mention before we do the next one.
Yeah, I just want to know. I want to make sure everybody can hear properly. Okay, Stone says sounds good now. Good. Okay. So what is this, 5?
I don't know.
Let's go, number 5. Ollie should get that one.
Oh, I know what that is. Oh.
Christopher got it. Because you said which Star Trek? There's 5 of them.
Oh, come on.
Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh,
Christopher E. Lord got it. Christopher's got it because it's the Next Generation version.
Oh my
God. Amazing Stories is a good guess, Skills of Gilgamesh.
It does sound like Amazing Stories. It does. I remember Amazing Stories. I used to like that.
Because and that was also the theme music to Star Trek: The Motion Picture. That's where they just borrowed it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Bo, but somehow.
PA Toys, The Fall Guy.
They just don't end up as mine. It's a death defying.
And Lee Majors is singing there. Lee Majors sang that theme song. Willie Nelson, huh? That's not Willie Nelson. Ash Williams' dad. Correct, actually, Robert.
Who's Ash Williams?
He did play Ash's father in the Ash versus the Evil Dead TV series.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's hit the next one. Who got that one?
Gunsmoke.
No. See if any. I'll give everybody a second here, and then I'll tell them if they can't get it.
At least the intro sounded like it. Chucky.
Nobody?
Gunsmoke. That's what
MASH.
I say.
It's not MASH. The original MASH had lyrics, you know.
Did it?
Yeah. The movie, the song had lyrics, and they took the lyrics out for the TV show.
Oh, okay. So nobody got
Nobody
that
gets
one.
That? I should start subtracting points.
No.
30-something.
Nobody watched 30-something.
30-something.
Nobody watched that show.
Rugrats.
The Weather Channel music.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Does anybody remember 30-something? No? No, it's not Doogie Howser. Or he said Dookie Howser. I didn't like that.
That show? I remember watching it, but I thought it was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Robert remembers Suicide is Painless. Horrible lyrics. Yeah.
What?
Suicide is Painless.
Something?
The theme song to MASH, the name is Suicide is Painless. And they're singing about killing yourself in the song.
What did that do with 30-something?
No, because MASH was brought up.
Yeah, well. Okay.
All right, ready? Well,
it's not Miami Vice.
Did anybody get that one? No, it's not Miami Vice. Generic cop show.
Yeah.
You're close.
Days of Our Lives.
You are close. It sounds like
18.
No.
Oh.
No, it's not Kramer, not Hunter.
LA Law.
Now they're just throwing out the names of shows like that.
Golden Girls.
Oh, come on.
No, definitely like Dallas.
No. Do we give up?
Yeah.
Give up? Oh. You want a hint? It was filmed in Boston.
Nobody wants a hint. It's not TJ Hooker.
They're just throwing out all kinds of names now.
Random stuff.
Small Wonder, Hammer. You ready? Spencer for Hire. Spencer for Hire. Oh, guys. Not Matlock. Matlock was a good show.
Matlock had a good intro.
Starsky and Hutch is a 70s show.
Dark Knight.
80s, Jack. Uh-huh. Ready?
Yeah.
Just try another one. Yeah. Trevor got it. Airwolf. Airwolf with Ernest Borgnine.
I didn't like that show. We watched the first episode. It got on my nerves.
She hated the female character. There's Ernest. Yeah, that's right. The Weekend Gamer. A lot of people picked that one up. Airwolf. It was a fun show.
It was all right.
She just didn't like the girl.
Yeah. Throwing herself around.
Robert says Blue Thunder never gets any love. No, I guess not. That's a hard playset to find. The Blue Thunder helicopter with figure. Very expensive.
Oh, they made an action figure set for this?
For Blue Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Because he mentioned Blue Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Westworld, huh? All right.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows. Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I flubbed it. Here we go.
mine.
Remington Steele. Remington Steele. No, not Trapper John.
Trapper John MD.
Trapper John MD was a spin-off of MASH.
Really?
It was supposed to be when
got that?
when he got home from not Vietnam, Korean War. Yeah. Remington Steele was what you were looking for. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's hit another one. Trevor, Simon and Simon. Robert was
says
close.
Simon Says.
Walker, huh?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Walker, Texas Ranger. No, it's not Walker,
Chuck
Texas
Lorre.
Ranger. Count Chocula.
Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies. Oh, I hated that show.
Was that the Cousin Balky?
Oh, no,
that was Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, that was Perfect Strangers. Bosom Buddies is the one Tom Hanks' original show where he dressed in really bad drag every day. They looked awful. They were no way you could think they were women. All right, let's go.
Look at what's happened to me.
Come on.
I can't believe it myself.
Now I'll get this one.
Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. Should have been somebody else.
Trevor got it. And that is the Greatest American Hero. Greatest American Hero.
All in the Family.
It was a fun show, Greatest American Hero. The figures are like impossible to find.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. I'm walking on air, New Age says. That's right. And let's keep going. Let's try another one. It's not high. Nobody gets that one. One last bar. You can't pick it up. This is probably not a show that most of you would want to bother to watch. Let's just see if anybody can. Yeah, Touched by an Angel is one that you definitely probably don't want to watch. It was a terrible show.
Two women.
Highway to Heaven was a good show.
Yeah, Highway to Heaven is a really
Touched
good show.
by an Angel is a sleeper. It'll put you to bed. No, not Mr. Belvedere. No takers? No takers for that one? I know you guys didn't watch this one, though. It's kind of not fair. Kate and Allie.
Boo.
Kate and Allie. Boo. Kate and Allie. Blah.
I remember watching that show, actually. Because weren't there like two friends and they lived together and each one of them had a daughter?
Oh, shoot. I don't remember.
Yeah.
You know more about it than I do. I don't know what that
They were
is.
like both divorced and all kinds of stuff.
Kate and Allie. Let's try. Maybe you'll get this one. Kate was hot, huh? All right, Donovan.
Oh, yeah. I know that one.
Yep. Come on. Trevor got it. Come on. Matlock. Matlock is a cool show. Homer's dad really liked Matlock.
Who was Homer's dad's name?
What was Homer's dad's name?
I don't remember. It was Grandpa.
Grandpa Simpson. Yeah. The Muppet Show. Shame on you. That's blasphemy. Ready? No, I flubbed it.
No.
Okay, here we go. Oh, Robert got it. Cagney and Lacey, Robert.
Hey, Graphic Man.
Thanks for just Graphic Man. We are in the middle of a trivia contest, 80s trivia contest. Feel free to jump in if you want to. It's all in good fun.
Yeah. David gonna give out some trinkets.
Oh, am I? Maybe. Who was it saying? Gilgamesh says he's having trouble with his connection, so it's hard for him to connect. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Next time I'm gonna pick the song.
Transition that out.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting a PS5 though.
Oh.
Forget it. I don't even have a PS5. Yeah, Trick or Treats, Master. Let's see.
It was murder.
Oh, the Weekend Gamer got it. Heart to heart. Weekend Gamer figured it out. Heart to heart. And somebody who was saying, somebody, yeah, William is here. William says that was a great find. Terrordrome is an awesome piece. Yeah, thank you very much. I was thrilled. You could tell from the videos, I'm sure.
I know.
But we're doing the trivia contest right now for a little bit, and
yeah, we're gonna get back to
regular conversation. But feel free to jump in and try to answer if you like. And
you got to beat Trevor. He has 50 points.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
nobody's got 50. No one will ever get 50 points on this.
He's in the lead though.
Yeah, he's doing all right. Ready?
All right.
Yeah, he's not all right. Yeah. Here we go.
There's a time for love and a time for living. Take a chance and face the wind. An open road and a road that's hidden. A brand new life around the bend. There were times I lost a dream.
I hated that show.
I liked Who's the Boss.
I didn't like that. They pretend like the two of them are interested in each other for like 9 seasons, and then finally they get married and they end the show.
Yeah.
It's like, just get over it, you know. Just do something or don't, but shut up.
Oh
you
my
know, you can't stretch that plot for years.
They did. I don't know how long that show was on, but they dragged that plot out until all of the kids grew up and moved out.
Yeah, and then what's his name? Tony Danza. He got that show after Taxi, and then after that he did a talk show, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, he was in a movie also where he played a serial killer.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You know what's funny about Taxi too is the guy who played Wheeler on the show played an actor on the show, and he was the only one that had a hard time finding a job afterwards. And he was a Broadway actor because he was in Grease. But and things went badly for him though. He had drug problems. But anyway, we'll get back to
Jack had a crush on Melissa Milano.
Uh-oh. Ready?
Yeah.
You know this one. Come on. To help people wake up. So they got it. Night Court. Sanford and Son. That's a 70s show. Yeah, I like Night Court.
Yeah, I'm picking it
Night
next
Court
time.
was,
I'm gonna pick some music though.
Yeah, you want to get this this thing pulled down. Let's hit it again. Oh,
Come on back night, some my day. Nothing could change you, set and sure of the way. There is the sun.
D-Dow got it.
Like a graphic man. Oh, who? D-Dow?
Yeah, Dow got it. You got yeah, you need this shirt. It's actually a pair. She has one also, but she couldn't get it.
He said he's gonna put it on right before company comes on.
Oh yeah.
Come over.
they need to know how it is. This is what you do. I'm letting people know.
I got it from the flea market. We were at one of the markets, and you know they just have some random stuff. And
Lynx is having trouble with his connection too.
Oh no!
And there's a couple people having issues. Yeah, Bruce Willis's big break. It was.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the show, but yeah, that's what put him out there.
Mm-hmm.
He hit that in the blues music. He got the wine, Seagram's wine cooler ads too. He used to sing on those.
Oh, really? I didn't know he sang.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, I know that Head of the class.
Head of the class. Living single.
Living Single had words, I think. I think it did. I used to like that show, Living Single.
Bozo.
I used to watch Head of the Class too.
I used to watch the Bozo show. That show's actually pretty screwed up. It's kind of fun to watch even as an adult.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Kentucky says Trevor has a Power Glove. Nintendo Power Glove. He's like...
He probably got SoundCloud going.
Oh, don't
in the
do
bag.
that. No cheating. No cheating.
No, I don't care. Go ahead.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
New boy in the neighborhood lives downstairs and it's understood. He's there just to take good care of me, like he's one of the family. Charles and
Oh, Trevor got it anyway. I tried to cut it off before they said the names.
Yeah,
Charles in
Charles
Charge and Scott Mayo.
I remember watching. I thought that was
charge of our days and our
No,
nights.
we don't think you're cheating, Trevor.
No, we just like to mess around and have some
This
fun.
is having as much fun as we can with it.
You watch TV too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all did.
Didn't we all when we were
We
kids?
still watch too much TV.
And we're never home at the same time. Ready?
Yeah.
You know it. Not Hunter.
Not Hunter.
It's not Hunter.
Is another cheesy cop show.
Oh, don't give him hints.
Oh, my bad.
You don't give them hints until they get desperate.
Oh, I thought they were desperate.
Not yet.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Nobody got that?
No. $1 Million Man. That intro is hot.
Hank got it.
Who's Hank? Where is it at?
Hank
yeah,
Hatbush.
Hank.
T.J. Hooker.
I'm just putting Hank.
That's it.
Hank
got
Hill.
it. Hank got it. T.J. Hooker with William Shatner.
That's William Shatner?
That's William Shatner.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was him.
William Shatner was in that show.
Oh, okay.
Another cheesy cop show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit it again. No, let Graphic Man get a point.
Okay.
It's all right. Mama's Family. Not All in the Family. Mama's Family.
Graphic Man.
That show could be hard to watch, though.
What? Mama's Family?
Mama is rough on the
She
on
is
all
rough.
of them.
Yeah.
Especially Eunice when Carol Burnett would come on.
Yeah.
Eunice. Ooh-wee.
I remember watching that
Mama's
show.
House. Mama's House was what's his name?
No, it wasn't. That was Big Mama's
Mama.
House.
Yeah, Big Mama. He's a terrible actor.
I liked him in life. Him and Eddie Murphy played off of each other. Well, Eddie Murphy could have carried the movie by itself, but he did well in life.
Yeah, everything else he's been in has been crap.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. He's not a great actor.
Scareglow says it's SWAT. No, it's not SWAT. What's wrong with you?
Emergency.
Emergency, yeah. Those are 70 shows.
Oh.
We're doing 80s shows.
Oh,
Oh, New Age. You have to go?
Oh, no.
Are you leaving?
All right.
Oh, no. All right. Well, you can always catch us on the flip side then.
Yeah. Make sure you give a thumbs up before you go.
Yeah. Thank you. Ready?
Okay.
Somebody will get that one.
Street China never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kick your jacket as you came through the door? No one glares, but sometimes things get turned around and no one's.
Trevor got
Trevor the man.
Mr. Belvedere with what is
I don't
his
know
name?
that guy's
Bobby
name.
Eubanks.
It wasn't Bob Eubanks.
No, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Mr. Baseball.
No,
Mr. Baseball. I'm trying to think of his name. He was like the worst official baseball player ever, but he got an acting career out of it somehow. Playing the dad, and is Mr. Belvedere. Bob Euchre, thank you. I knew Bob and I couldn't get the Euchre part. I said Eubanks instead. And that was, who sang that?
Probably that guy.
No, he didn't sing that. He was a professional singer and he was a crooner. And I actually like that singer. Bonus point for who can tell me the singer of that song.
Sinatra.
No, it's not.
Oh.
I can't think of it, but I know who it is. And I used to like, he did a lot of ads and a lot of singing for commercials and stuff during that time period. And he was a professional crooner.
Okay.
He always dressed in period clothes, not Bob Vila. Oh, guys.
R. Kelly, yeah.
No.
I like R. Kelly.
No.
Shame what happened. R. Kelly. Go ahead.
He in trouble. Ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's hit it again.
Make your heart beat.
Is this
She's fantastic, made of plastic,
Oh.
microchips here and there. She's a small.
Raccoon got it. Small wonder.
Raccoon.
That was a really dumb show.
It was.
ABC always had pretty dumb shows, though. So
That was the ABC
their
show?
sitcoms were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. Except for Soap. Soap was good. But most of the rest of the sitcoms were pretty crappy.
We've never done cartoon, but we should do cartoons.
Cartoon would be kind of tough because it tells you the name of the show right in the song.
He does.
Like the first thing they
Yeah.
tell, like with GI Joe.
Thunder, cat.
GI Joe. It just starts with with
He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would. It'd be too easy.
Yeah.
Unless you could find an instrumental for. Maybe we could find instrumentals for it. Ready?
We can do drum lines. Pick out a part of a drum line of a song.
Oh
and
God.
play that.
Count on me, no matter what you do. Count on me, no matter where you go. I'm standing by your side, I'll be back behind. No one loves you more than I do. Put your hands behind.
Yep. Trevor.
Trevor got it?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, My Two Dads.
You can count on me.
That show was stupid. The whole concept behind it was dumb. How about My Mother, the Car?
Bosom Buddies was a 70s show.
Cutting out again.
Is it?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's having trouble. So,
Yeah,
there's a
man.
couple of people in here that are having trouble with the connection, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Well, YouTube is terrible that way.
Yeah. Oh.
How's this one?
I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm all right. I want you to tell me it's time to come home.
Raccoon. I know I wrote you. Okay, here we go.
Raccoon got it. Yay.
Yay, Raccoon.
That was another dumb show.
I don't care what you
Yeah.
Oh, Zon
Wasn't
says
it-
it's out of focus too, where he is.
What was it? Wasn't that similar to the Odd Couple? Bosom Buddies was supposed to be similar.
No, Bosom Buddies, they couldn't get an apartment. The only apartment that was available was in an all-women's
Oh, and they had
building,
to dress in
and they had to
drag.
dress in drag and
Okay.
sneak in and pretend to be their own
Yeah.
sisters.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he did. Raccoon.
Yeah.
Peter Scolari died recently.
Oh, okay. Which one was he?
The one who's not Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's Tom Hanks. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh
yeah,
God.
yeah. Yeah, I see it now.
Oh my goodness. All right, are we ready?
Yeah. Oh, nobody.
Mac Ross.
MacGyver.
Policewoman. No, another coffee show. Yeah, you're close. Come on.
Yes. Nobody.
Come
I never even
on.
heard of that.
Police Story. Oh yeah, I can
Nobody's
pick them.
gonna.
It's not Remington Steele.
You can't pick them.
Hey, a lot of people
hard
have
shows.
gotten me. I don't want to make it too easy.
Oh.
Oh, we're running out. We're running out. Not the A team. Come on, song. It's not the A team. Everybody knows that one.
Gunsmoke.
No. Oh God. You give up?
Yeah.
Matt Houston.
Nobody ever heard of
Matt
that.
Houston. Oh, come on.
Nobody's ever seen that show or even heard of it because it only had 2 episodes.
Oh God, Cop Rock? No, I don't know about that
52
one.
Jump Street.
Let's hit the next one.
Okay. I remember Matt Houston.
Yeah.
Fish. No, it's not.
Not Fish. You might not get this one.
No.
Because it's probably a show that most of you probably never want to bother to watch.
I used to watch.
No, it's not Sex in the City. That's like a 90s show, isn't it?
And it's a cable show. Because didn't that come on HBO?
HBO, something like that. Oh, dude, that was a dumb show too.
I never seen Sex
Yeah,
in the
I saw a
City.
couple episodes and decided I never wanted to see it again.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty bad. I thought so.
Mm.
The whole premise was that, oh, it's so great because they just have frivolous with everybody. And it's like, yeah, and that's your premise for the show.
But that's when the AIDS epidemic was high.
No, it's not Barney Miller. I guess nobody's going to get that one.
No.
Are you ready to be disappointed? Designing Women. Designing Women. I cannot remember a single episode of that myself.
I remember.
I don't know if I ever watched
I
that.
did watch it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Not on purpose.
Oh, accidentally watched.
Because my grandmother watched all those shows.
I watched it by accident. That's kind of like when you're on Jerry Springer and he says, "You are the father." And he says, "It was an accident. I didn't mean to." Oh, you tripped and fell into the bed, huh?
Yeah.
You did a flip. Oops. My bad. All right, let's go to the next one.
We never thought of finding a place where we belong. Don't have to stand alone. Never let you fall. Don't need permission to decide what to believe. You got something when we meet you at the school. Say,
Raccoon Eyes got it.
Raccoon got it.
21
21 Jump Street, guys.
Raccoon up with
Trevor.
20
Jump Street.
down on Jump Street. Say,
in 21 Jump Street.
I never watched that.
I remember seeing a couple episodes. I don't even know what it's about though. I don't but I do remember watching it.
They
a
were
couple
like
of times.
narcs or something. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I could never get into it.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Listen to the floor till the end of scream. Drive. Riding like the team and the that drives your dreams. Gonna hurt. Nobody can.
What is it?
Rob.
Hold on. Ridley has joined us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Robert corrected it. Hardcastle and McCormick. That's
If you hit the brakes.
Hardcastle and McCormick. That's
Highway to Hell.
That's a hard action figure set to find too.
That was an action figure?
Yeah, they made a figure with a vehicle.
Oh wow.
The Not Knight Rider show links. That's right. It's not quite Knight Rider. Not quite. A different vehicle. Okay, let's try another one. Thanks for joining us, Ridley.
Yeah.
Ready to celebrate the 4th. Well, we're doing our trivia contest, but please try to jump in and enjoy the ride. We're almost to the end here.
Yeah, we only got a couple more.
Yeah, a couple more, and then we'll move on. Raccoon got it. Hunter with Hunter and Edie.
Mm-hmm. I remember Hunter.
He was a professional football player before that show.
Yeah, I read that.
He's a big dude, actually. Win a PS5. Robert's still. Yeah, if you win, you give me a PS5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a PS5.
You don't play the games you got.
Yeah, well, I got. If I want to play a game, I'm probably going to play either Nintendo NES or Sega Genesis. Anyways, so next one.
Set my ways, losing track of the days. Only me to live for. Had no need to give more than I wanted to.
Spending my time just holding the line. Never getting caught.
Trevor got it.
Trevor.
Webster, not Web Store. Webster.
Love was never brought up.
Webster. I don't think that ever had an action figure. Webster.
He didn't have a talking dog. He's a real estate agent now.
Yeah. My how times have changed.
He lives here in Atlanta. He's a real estate agent.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do another one.
The more you learn, the less you know. In the heart of every family, there's a love that starts by letting go. Step by step and day by day, reaching out along the way. Hand in hand, we face our fears.
I remember that song, but not that show.
Together through the years.
All those people look familiar.
Yeah, they should. And Trevor picked up on it. The Hogan Family is the name of the show.
Okay. Yeah, I recognize those guys. Not the. Yeah, I kind of recognize the woman too. Okay.
Okay, Trevor racking up. Ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
We're almost done here.
Yeah.
It ain't Street Shark.
Born.
Not Dallas.
Born.
Robert got it. Trapper John.
Trapper John M.D.
Yeah, Trapper John. We'll give that one to Robert.
Okay.
A wink and a nod.
I think we got like one more.
We'll see. I
Okay.
think is it one more?
I'm looking forward, get behind me, pull out every stop.
Yeah, that's a easy one.
I want a happy ending, I'm tired of pretending. Won't let them get the best of me. Whoa, 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 give me a break. The game is survival.
No, she said, give me a reel. We'll give that one to Raccoon. I'll be like in the National Spelling Bee. Spell America. America. You did not say capital A.
Oh.
Give me a break and plan through the rifle.
Listen
Give
to
me a
that.
break, for heaven's sake.
And of course, that's her singing.
Mm-hmm. She was a singer. And
Yeah.
that is all.
And that will do it. So now we can go ahead and tally. Let's
Trevor, you don't even have to tally. Trevor has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points.
Yeah, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. That's the kind of break I want right there. I like Simpson the cop on that show. Yeah.
5.
Until he died.
Robert has
Yeah.
5. And Raccoon Eyes have 5.
All right. Well, Raccoon Eyes came in a little late too, though.
Yeah.
But Trevor, you are today's winner.
Okay.
And you get a choice. Hank, I'm
choice.
just glad I got on the board. Hey, no problem. It's all in good fun.
Yeah. We like to have a good time.
Psalm said, wait, I came in late. It's all right. It's all right. But since it is the 4th of July,
oh boy.
actually, that's got nothing to do with it, but whatever. There will be a prize. No, it's not the Terrordrome. Forget it. You can forget that. Scratch that off your Christmas list. You're on the naughty list. You get to choose.
Next time I get to pick the songs.
Yeah.
I like the way you say, yeah.
Yeah, sure. You get to choose between a Ninja Turtle watch.
Ninja Turtle watch.
Ninja Turtle watch.
I want that for my collection.
It's brand new. You want this?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, gave it away.
Be quiet. It's brand new. It needs a battery. It's new.
It's new.
Or the Avengers Evil mug. This is also brand new. And of course, when you put something hot in it, the word evil disappears and you see the characters.
What if he wants cold coffee?
Well, then I guess he'll just have to stay evil. Okay? Evil. So you get to choose between either the Turtle Watch or the Evil mug. No USS flags. I don't even have one.
Now I know that. If he did, he wouldn't be giving it away. That's for sure.
Hood over Commander, no.
Well, I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan, so I'm going to take the watch.
We're just going to go with the watch. Okay, congratulations. And at the bottom of it that we put out there in the not the comment section, but in the description box where we have our Facebook and our Instagram and all that is also an email address. So contact us at that email address with your information, and we'll get that out to you this week.
You can put your email right there in the comments.
No, because he don't want to show that to everybody.
I'm messing around.
But yeah, just later on or whenever, tomorrow or tonight, whenever you get to it, open up any of our videos and you'll see the email address there, and you can contact us there.
Yeah.
And we'll get that out to you.
You send a message on Facebook.
It's brand new. So yeah, and if you're in the Facebook group also, Open by Chance on Facebook, you can contact me that way by sending a message if you feel like it. But yeah, like I said, it's new. It hasn't been worn. It just needs a battery replacement because the battery's died because it's not a new watch. Is in like it wasn't put out last year.
Yeah.
It was put out a few years ago. I just
30 years ago.
Not that long.
Oh.
It's from the 2000s. But there you go. So congratulations.
Do 60 show next time.
Yeah.
Or commercial jingles.
Commercial jingles might be interesting. Although they also name the product.
Yeah, they do.
Name the product in the commercial jingles. Robert says, I love to have some fruit juice, Ghostbusters slime. Wasn't it a fruit just? Oh, they made that. You know what else was they did that's really nasty is the Ninja Turtles, the Hostess pies, and they're green.
Ew.
And they have like that green frosting on the inside too. They're pretty gross. I remember eating one and they were pretty gross, but people still have those sealed and that they hardcore like.
I want the Batman cereal.
I'll take anything Ninja Turtle collectors. You want the cereal or the box?
Just the box. Yeah,
and it came with a bank. It came shrink wrapped with a Batman like bust bank attached to the front of it.
Oh really? Yeah, I want that. The Batman box. The 89 Batman. We saw it. We were watching something on TV and they had it in the background.
Supermarket.
No, yeah, it was Supermarket Sweep. And that other show we've been
Uh-huh.
watching, the Five Alive.
Okay.
That TV
Trevor
show.
said he didn't know there was a Facebook. Yeah, Open by Chance on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and Open by Chance on Instagram also.
Yeah, so you can follow him all over the place.
Yeah. Although I do, I'm on the Facebook group. I put something on the Facebook group pretty much daily, but on the Instagram, I'm kind of behind with it. But that's because just nobody pays attention. There are like 500 people on Instagram, and you know I'll get like 12 likes on a picture. So it's like I don't know why I'm bothering to deal with it, but you never know. And suggestions here is Hank says next time do 90s show, but Zomb wants me to do 60s.
Yeah, and Debo wants you to do 80 songs.
80. So you really just want this video to get shut down right in the
Yeah,
middle of it.
they'll take it down.
YouTube
So you got to
is
be
pretty
careful.
strict about some of that stuff.
Yeah, so you got to be real careful with that.
Yeah, we do have to be careful. I you know, I'm really getting away with this. And I've done 80s before. I think in the 80s one I was okay, but on the 70s one, a couple of
Big
days.
bagger.
It was a couple of days later. It was
He said he wanted those 4 likes on Instagram.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you so much. That they like a couple of days later they gave a strike for for violation, which technically it's not supposed to because you have that there's that rule depending upon how the music is being used. We're not profiting from the music, so technically we can do it. But if you appeal with YouTube, it takes them like a year to get back to you. By then, it doesn't even freaking matter anymore.
English said, "Did you get the new pink skulls?"
No, I haven't bought anything from Mezco.
Oh, Mezco. Oh, yeah.
From Mezco in a while.
That looks good though, because it comes with the stage and everything.
Yeah, it looks good, but I just don't.
He's still kind of hurt over Mezco, so he
they messed me up pretty good.
Make sure y'all hit the like buttons for us,
thank you.
please, everybody that just came in, and those of you that probably forgot, hit the like button.
Hank says 60 shows are too easy because they're all westerns and one Batman show. Well, in the 50s, more than half of all television dramas were westerns.
Yeah,
it was a big cultural phenomenon at the time.
Like Gunsmoke.
Yeah, Gunsmoke. We're watching that now as part of our weekly programming.
Yeah.
Which Monday is actually Gunsmoke. Yeah. But you know, we're doing this today instead of watching Gunsmoke. And then after Gunsmoke, because we only watch like 1 or maybe 2 episodes of a show.
If it's a 30-minute show, we'll watch 2 episodes. If it's an hour, we'll only watch 1. And then we watch Upstairs, Downstairs on Mondays, which is actually a really good show.
The original like 70s Upstairs Downstairs, which is like she said, surprisingly good. It's not like Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey's okay, but it's very romanticized. But the Upstairs Downstairs, they make a lot of really strong statements about society in it
and social class.
Yeah, social class distinctions, not other stuff. You know, not like they do now.
Like Downton Abbey got some agendas.
Yeah, there's no agendas. But
yeah, I love Downton Abbey though.
Yeah,
but Upstairs Downstairs, you watch it and you're like, wow. I mean,
because the class distinctions are still applicable today, so you get a sense of it.
Yeah, and they having a conflict.
Kaiser, where you been?
Hey, Kaiser,
you missed the trivia contest. We just did it. We just finished.
Yeah, everybody. They're having a conflict with the social class, because you got the upstairs people, which are the owners of the house, and the downstairs people, which are the kitchen and the housemaids. Yeah, the servants. And they got a clash. Well, some people has a clash with that. And it's good to watch it and just hear what was going on, because a lot of TV talk about what's going on at that time. And I always think about that with the modern TV, because if you watch TV, you kind of get an idea of society at that time. In some ways you do, like the thought pattern, the clothing, the trends that were going on. And if somebody 50 years from now, 100 years from now, saw modern TV and movies, what are they going to think about us?
That we're stupid.
You watch TV like Leave It to Beaver and what's that, Happy Days and shows like that. You kind of get an idea of what was going on at
The
that
lifestyle
time.
in that era.
Yeah, the way people talked and treated each other, the lifestyle, like he said, the trends, the fashions, all of that stuff. But
now we just look foolish.
Yeah, we look like some buffoons.
It's embarrassing.
So I think about that a lot when I'm watching TV. What are people going to think of us
in the future?
Yeah, if they go back, another group or race of people or aliens or whatever they always like to talk about, grab a hold of our TV. What are they gonna?
That's why they don't come here.
Yeah,
they're like, you people are stupid.
Yeah,
Zomba, I agree with some of that too. Zomba saying 60s were the best times. The Munsters, Addams Family, British comedy classics. Yeah, there's some good stuff.
I don't care too much for British comedy, but I do like.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, because some
Are You Being Served is pretty good.
That's you can watch that at any time.
The UK version,
because there's not the Australian version.
Yeah, there's an Australian one. After Are You Being Served went off the air, there's an Australian version that completely retells every script word for word with an entirely different class or entirely different cast, except for the actor who played Mr. Humphreys is also in the Australian version. And things, toy boat. That's what Chevy Chase used to say when he would flub like that. Sings the theme song. So he gets out there with a mic and sings the theme song and puts it away and then gets into the show. But it's the same exact shows.
And then they did Are You Being Served too, where
again.
Are You Being Served again with the original cast minus the person that played the second men's counter person, and they had a hotel. And it was kind of lame.
It was all right. Although the groundskeeper trying to pick up Miss Slocum in every episode was hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds like thunder.
Yeah, it's raining again, I guess.
Steamboat Willie. Yeah.
The young ones.
Mickey, like 100.
So where we are. Oh yeah, the Benny Hill Show. Benny Hill Show was good. Although that was mostly like specials. It was really a series of strung together specials. It wasn't really a show per se.
I like Mel Brooks movies. We've seen a few.
Yeah, Mel Brooks was good.
I love the young ones.
Oh, Carol Burnett Show was good. Yeah, Carol Burnett Show was really good.
That's the one with that guy, right?
Who?
The one that always go off script. The one, wasn't that Carol Burnett?
Tim Conway?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Conway. He did that on purpose. Because they just went ahead and filmed. They didn't stop and do it over because the audience reaction was better when they ad-libbed. Unlike Saturday Night Live, where it's so strict, it's like a Nazi camp.
Yeah.
But that's why Damon Wayans got fired from Saturday Night Live, because he altered a script in one episode, and what's his name, the producer told him to get the hell out and never come back.
Yeah,
he didn't even finish out the night. He just got thrown out. He talked about that a lot when that happened. But Tim Conway, he would go off script, and to deliberately to get a rise out of people, and he put them all on the floor. He was hilarious.
Yeah, the funny one, they were playing Password, and he talked about that elephant.
Oh, the elephant.
Oh my God.
So Siamese twin elephants conjoined at the trunks.
Yeah.
And none of that was in the script, and everybody's like this.
And they had to turn away. And that one had Mama in it.
And she actually cussed.
She did. Well, she actually smiled. She was trying so hard. And you can see it. The camera was zooming in on her because the Mama character never smiles. But she couldn't hold it no more. And I think he was trying to get her, because after she broke down, then he kind of quit.
Hey,
But it was funny.
Nate P in the 513 is here.
Hey, Nate P.
Says great content last couple of weeks. Thank you.
Yay,
Hope you had a
thanks.
good 4th of July. Well, we're spending it with some of our friends here on the channel. Have
Yay.
you played the Shredder's Revenge yet? You'd love it. Fun stuff. No, I did not play
What's that? A video game?
I don't know. I don't think I have. And somebody mentioned Mrs. Bucket. You're talking about keeping up appearances.
We got that in our queue to watch.
That she is hard to watch, but the way that it works is because at the end of every show, she falls flat on her face. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think people could have stood the show.
The Britcom with Mrs. yeah. That's keeping up appearances.
Kaiser says that he's stuck at work. Best fourth ever. Well,
yeah, you know, you got to make that money.
Yeah, gotta scratch off that cheddar.
Chasing that paper.
Yeah, chase that paper. Yes, I'm breaking necks and cashing checks.
Oh my! Why do you do things like that?
Chase that paper. What do you do for a living? I'm gonna make that money, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so embarrassed right now.
Making that money. You know what I'm saying? Break it, and take it.
What is wrong with you? Where did all that come from? Are you tired?
No. Nate says it's a new TMNT beat 'em up like Streets of Rage. No, I haven't seen that. Oh, Stone says that's why I didn't go to your parents' house. Yeah. David's drug dealer voice.
Making it paper. Don't encourage him. Do not encourage him because he's gonna keep doing that.
Gilgamesh says Waiting for God. I remember that, and that's another one with a character that was very unlikable.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the apocalypse.
No, Waiting for God is the name of a British show.
Oh, okay.
But that character was very unlikable. But it's hard to make that work. You got to do it just right to make it work, or people can't stand the show.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like Breaking Bad. I couldn't stand the wives. They got on my nerves so bad I had to turn that off.
Which show?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
And that's why I had to take a break from Dark Shadows because of Angelique.
Yeah, Angelique.
She got on my nerves.
Work your last nerve.
Ooh, I had to take a break from that.
She's like a drill on a tooth. Marx Brothers. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Marx Brothers. They were very good and excellent musicians as well. Back in the day when you could, if you were an actor, you had to do other things. You had to be able to sing and dance and play instruments and speak other languages and stuff. Now, you don't even have to be able to act to be an actor.
No. All you got to do is halfway look pretty or handsome.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because you see these actors in the TV shows and movie now, and you're like, how did
you get the job?
Yeah. And what are they giving awards for? Because you watch some movies and you're like, man, that is an excellent film. And it never got nominated for an award or even thought about. And then you watch the films nowadays that are getting awards and you're like, that is nowhere near the caliber of this over here. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, I know. They have to give it to the best of the year when the best of the year is getting worse because 30 years ago, they were way better. So the best of the year is.
And I've talked a lot about that too. And it has a lot to do with the onset of cable television because back in the old days, what did you have?
Yeah.
You had 4 basic networks and then you had some cable, not cable access, but you had UHF stations. You had ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS. So those were your choices. And you were really only vying for the 3 major networks. Your show had to be good. Even the worst show had to be good because that time slot was worth a fortune. Now there's like 300 stations plus 1,000 stations, God knows. And they'll fill it with anything they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
So they'll take anything. And for some, you got someone who's a really good actor, it'll really stand out. But the rest of the shows can be mediocre, and they're just like, whatever, fill the slot. It's really, that's also how come we have all those really crappy reality shows and stuff and talk shows, because they needed all that to fill the slots. They needed that to fill the time. They didn't have enough shows for it.
Yeah. See, I always watch The Walking Dead all the time until Glenn. I like The Walking Dead. I watched it after Glenn. I stopped after Rick left the show.
Yeah. He was the main character. I
Yeah.
was like, why isn't he on the show now? What the hell?
Yeah. We watched it for a season after Rick until they caught Negan and had him locked up, and then we kind of fell off after
And
that.
I lost it. I was already not liking it, but I really lost it when they had that girl with that 44 Magnum just walking around shooting like this. And it's like, you know how anybody fired an actual handgun, especially a high caliber gun,
Yeah.
it is not so simple. You don't have a 6-year-old kid running around with a 44 and you know, pew pew. It doesn't work like that, you know. It was getting too far fetched. I mean, it was already far fetched anyway, but you know,
Yeah, Debo.
try to make it realistic.
I know. Debo, I agree. Walking Dead was good, and then it wasn't. Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't.
Yeah, it was good, and then for some reason, it wasn't good anymore. It just kind of dropped off.
Yeah.
The Amber Heard, I was.
Mr.
You know,
Bobot, small wonder.
I wish we had more shows like Alf. It was so funny. Alf is funny.
And we talked. I mentioned that because that was our first song in the contest that we just did. And of course, if you watch it as a kid, you didn't get it. But you watch it, and as an adult, there's a lot of adult themed humor in it.
Yeah.
So you can appreciate it again if you watch it again. It's one of those shows that kind of holds up. Because some of these shows, they don't hold up. You watch it as an adult and you're like, why did I like this? You know?
Master Magnetism said Rachel Ray's cooking shows get your arteries clogged.
Oh,
I can't watch cooking shows like that. You know, like the Food Network and people that just sit there and just watch all that. I can't do that. I can't watch. So I told my brother today I'm going to start watching I Love Lucy. I can't stand I Love Lucy.
My Three Sons, that was all right. And Bonanza, I like Bonanza too. Bonanza's a good show.
My Three Sons sounds familiar, but I don't remember it. But I don't like Lucy.
That's another one with a very annoying character.
Yeah.
But again, she fails at the end of every show, and that's what
She
keeps
does.
it going. So you see her get what she has coming to her, and that's what helps to perpetuate the show. If she didn't have to answer for her actions, it wouldn't have lasted.
Remember Harry and the Hendersons? I remember that. Going exclusively to Nick at Night. Yeah, Nick at Night shows. All those old shows like that.
Ridley says, when you live stream here on YouTube can be better quality content than cable television. You know, there needs to be some revaluation in Hollywood. Yeah, they ain't going to do it, though.
No.
It's they'll hemorrhage a lot more money before they do.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of flopping with all of these Disney shows. Like, I heard Miss Marvel is doing bad. That show and a couple of other
worst opening week ratings of any Marvel show to date.
Yeah, and of course, Morbius didn't do well.
Yeah,
and
they slammed through that though. They that film was way too quick.
Yeah,
it didn't really explain very well what they were doing.
I'm hearing that the Minions did good. The Minions did really well. So I mean, I don't know. They just put anything out, and I guess it's like we'll just give people something and they like it. You know,
they like it because we tell you to.
Yeah,
and you can't trust reviews.
No,
if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, they have the critics' reviews, and then they have the actual viewer responses. And isn't there always a massive difference?
It is a massive difference.
Like critic reviews would be like 92, and then the viewer reviews would be like 27.
Yeah,
you know, something ridiculous because it's not good. These people are being paid now to give a review, and you can't trust it anymore. You can't trust these reviews. It's scary. You got to watch it yourself and see.
I love watching Tim Conway and Harvey Korman.
That's the guy he was always in. You know what I used to love was when Tim Conway played the 100-year-old man.
I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, and he always did it with Harvey Korman, and he always went off script, and Harvey Korman would lose his cool. He'd start cracking up. That was always well done. And somebody asked me something here. Have I ever watched the 9th and 10th Doctor from Doctor Who? I don't recall. I watched the Doctors after Tom Baker, 4, 5, and 6, but I never really could get into it as well as the John Pertwee and Tom Baker. I think John Pertwee and Tom Baker they transitioned well. They were both thespian actors, so they brought something to it. They gave it a flair that no other Doctor really gave it, in my opinion. And I think they were better than any of the Doctors before or after, the two of them. And I could never really get into the Doctor so well after those two. And it could just be because that's the one I grew up with, but I think they gave better performances, even though the special effects were super cheesy. They were very poorly done by BBC, but what are you going to do? The acting was stellar.
Zom says Moon Knight was terrible.
Yeah, a couple of people said that. Master said that too.
Link says, I watch Kitchen Nightmares. I'll catch it sometimes anywhere. Raccoon Eye said Morbius was good. It had a 90s feel. We both saw Morbius. I thought it was just okay. I don't know the character, never heard of him or anything. So just taking that, I thought it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people that have read every book on Earth, oh no, this is not the character, this and that, and all of this and that. You know, I mean, I guess I can understand it because he has an origin, he has a background, he got some goings on, and none of that was in the movie. It just kind of started with him on that boat, on that ship.
said he walked out on Mobius.
Oh, okay.
You missed the cringe-worthy after credits. They didn't need to. The first one was good enough with Michael Keaton in the jail cell, and then they went to the second one as the Vulture, and then the dialogue. I was like, "What the hell? Just shoehorn this right in there. Why don't you, Sony?" But that's what Sony did with the whole film, desperately clinging to that Spider-Man license because. If with a franchise, you've got to produce something. It's the same thing. Like Funko again is a good example. They don't put anything out.
To bring up Funko.
They don't put anything out forever, and then suddenly here's a pop from this line. They do that to keep that license open. Sony's doing the same thing with Spider-Man, but there's so much potential there, and they're blowing it.
Gilgamesh said you can trust reviews. Just know that whatever the critics say is the total opposite.
Probably.
Master Magnetism says Masters of the Universe needs a live show.
Allah.
Link says I barely watch stream shows, not TV shows, since they're not on TV. Okay. Really say what gets me is the showrunners trash the fans, then get shocked when no one watches the show. Yeah. They'll talk bad about the fans. Oh, you're just a sexist, a racist, and all of that. And that's not the case.
It's not our writing. It's your fault.
Yeah.
For whatever the problem is, and it's like it often it doesn't fit. And then they will. And this was my big issue with Disney on the last on what was it Obi-Wan. Yeah, you know what? There's going to be some negative comments, and some of them are going to be nasty. You don't have to go out and cherry pick them and showcase them so that you can condemn racism. You know, you pick those out on purpose, and you make it look like that's the majority of people in the fandom, and it's not true. That's not true. They say 1 out of 10,000 comments is a racist one, and we're going to take this one, put it on blast for a negative attention.
Well, what also gets on my nerve too. Okay, everybody pretty much in this chat likes comic book toys and that style of movie, TV show, whatever. But then you'll have, like he said, the thing with Disney and those comments. You'll have somebody that just from watching them, they don't watch this type of show. They don't read comic books. They don't collect toys. They don't do nothing. And then they make a comment based on what Disney said, slamming the fans. And it's like, the fans are upset.
They just grab the torch and run with it.
Right. The fans are upset because you took a known character and then you totally changed it. Or you did something weird with a known established character. That's why people are mad. People aren't mad because the person is black, they're a woman, they're a man, they're Asian, they this, they that. They mad because this character was this for 50 years. And now you come along and make them that.
Yeah.
And that's why people are upset. And then you got political analysts making a whole video for an hour talking about how awful the fans are because they're toxic fandoms are racist and sexist because they don't like this character. The character was never in the book.
Or maybe it's not a likable character, or maybe it was a bad performance, or maybe it was bad story writing. Why don't you listen to the fans instead of condemning them?
And why don't you go read the book before you make a video?
Study it.
Do some research.
Something. Oh, there's Edwin.
Hey, Edwin.
Where you been, Edwin? He says, hello, have you ever thought of a show was good because you like the theme song but can't remember an episode? I can see that.
Hey, Black Knight.
Oh, there's Black Knight. Where you been? You missed the contest.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you stopped in. You said I wanted to stop by and wish us a happy 4th. Hope you're having a good time out there. Zom says even the last Spidey was okay, but the animated version was so much better.
May says if LPH rolls her eyes any harder at David, she may fall backwards after the scene.
Shame on you.
Weird Fantastic Toys. I just came off of a marathon. Oh, good.
7-hour live stream with Grindhead Jim to raise money for Master Mania.
I didn't know that.
Is he having trouble again? He was in here a little while ago. Rolla was in here a little while ago. Is he doing all right?
I didn't know that they were doing a thing. We would have watched it to give support.
I didn't know.
Oh, man. Okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I like the show Branded, but only saw a few episodes.
Branded. Okay.
Okay.
Link says, well, Mobius is popular because it's a meme on the internet. I have younger friends. They love reading memes on Twitter or any website. I don't buy... I don't buy untouching.
I don't know what that says.
And Gilgamesh thinks all the modern Spider-Man movies suck. Oh, jeez. Robert likes Minions when they gave a surprise party for Dracula and opened the curtains. Oh, okay. Yeah, and the what is it? Despicable Me and the Minions were actually well done. Well, I haven't seen the new one, but you know. And Zom says Obi-Wan is a lot darker than I was expecting. Mandalorian was good, but that Darth dude was a joke. No, not Vader or Death dude. And Master says people really buy into the hype of Disney. Well, it's not hard. It's not hard to get people whipped up.
Yeah,
they don't stop, and you got to take your emotion out of it. You gotta shut the emotions off and just look at it logically, and it'll look different. But it's hard for people to do that.
Well, people like Disney World. When you think about Disney a lot, you think about the theme parks, you think about Mickey Mouse, the little princess castle, and Donald Duck, and all of that kind of stuff like that. That's what comes to your mind first.
Yeah.
So
if you're our age,
right?
Because we have the nostalgia of when Disney actually still was the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. So when you slam Disney, a lot of people thinking Mickey Mouse, the Magic Kingdom, Lion King, and all of that stuff right there, not really putting together that, okay, Disney has grown past that. Yeah. They're now in the Disney Plus. The Disney Channel was always awful.
Disney
back in the 90s.
Multi-billion-dollar multinational. It's like it's like number 2 from Austin Powers. We're a multi-billion-dollar corporation now, Dr. Evil.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, and they don't put out good product anymore.
Yeah,
they used to,
and they can afford to screw it up and keep going.
Yeah,
to try to force the viewers to conform. Graphic Man says, "Well said." And Zom says Stephen King movies are like that are a good example. Books are never the same. No. They're always different.
Yeah, I've read a lot of Stephen King
always
books.
Bitches about it, and he was like, "Oh, this isn't the way I wrote it," but he sure did sign off, and he sure did take that check.
And I bet you he had to pre-screen it or something.
He still has to approve it. He has the rights.
Yeah,
because remember, I brought that up before. Roald Dahl. That's why you never got a Willy Wonka 2, because Roald Dahl didn't like the way they did the film. And he was
Mhm.
like, "No, you're not doing part 2. Forget it." And he canceled the studio. He cut off their access.
Mhm.
Let me see. I
Link
hope they
said,
don't screw up X-Men and Fantastic Four again.
uh,
Have they ever gotten a Fantastic Four film right? Ever? I don't know.
Robert still like the Marvel
MCU. Okay.
universe. Need to watch the current Pokemon show on Netflix, Pokemon Journeys and Stranger Things.
Season
I
4.
heard Stranger Things season 4 is really good. A lot of people have been saying
Up
that.
until the last episode. Because I heard a lot of people panning the last episode. They think they ruined the franchise. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, there go Fantastic. Read his.
Weird, fantastic. Yeah, we were able to raise over 1,000 to be able
Oh.
to allow one of Rollo's German friends to come be his caregiver. Rollo,
Oh,
he isn't doing well.
oh no.
All right.
Oh God, my
no.
heart broken.
I feel bad for
Oh,
him. And for those of you
Jesus
who
Christ.
don't know what we're talking about, he was in here earlier. I don't think he's still on. Is Master Maniac Mexico, and he has a channel on YouTube, but he's ill, and we've chatted with him a bunch of times, and he's actually sent us some stuff too.
Mhm.
He lives in Mexico. He's German, and he's not well,
Mm.
and so that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, very nice. I didn't know they were doing that. I would have
No, we weren't aware of that.
came in and then supported.
Gilgamesh says Disney's become the Blob. Yeah, the 800-pound gorilla. It's too big to move.
Patrick.
Oh, Patrick says, I just came home from Target and I got the new DC Multiverse Superwoman action figure by McFarlane.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And Robert says the old cartoon from Disney, DuckTales, Tailspin, Rescue Rangers, Darkwing. Yeah, in the 90s, they were still decent.
Yeah, they were good. The Disney After School.
But the stuff that, for me, I prefer the even older stuff, like the shorts, the original like movie shorts and stuff. I have a soft spot for that.
Yeah.
The
Zom says Disney has lost touch with what they were all about. Missed the old days. Saturday afternoon
at the movies. Herbie, Gus, the computer, the wore tennis shoes. I remember that. And then there were the tunes. Yeah. Herbie the Love Bug. They tried to bring that back, and they remade the computer wore tennis shoes.
I don't remember the computer. I remember Herbie.
They redid Flubber too.
I don't remember that.
Master says he's going to see Thor: Love and Thunder next Monday. Well, let us know how it is.
Yeah.
Let me see. They've already screwed up Mr. Fantastic in the new Doctor Strange movie, but he was an alternate reality Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And they killed him too. I think I didn't see the film, but that's the impression that I get. They're talking to each other. Kaiser said he liked seeing the classic Professor X with the yellow chair in Doctor Strange. Okay.
Kurt Russell in his Disney days.
I think Kurt Russell's original television debut was as the Wild Boy on Gilligan's Island when it was still a black and white show. Am I correct? He was a kid, a wild boy, and he was jumping through the trees. Yeah. Link says he liked the Flubber remake with Robin Williams. It's okay. Yeah, okay. It's okay. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, Robin Williams actually wasn't in a lot of good films. If you really narrow it down,
I like his non-comedy movies were actually pretty good, and he was in
1 Hour Photo.
He was in some creepy ones.
1 Hour Photo was a good one.
That was creepy. Yeah. And then he was in that one. I don't know if it was a future film, but he was I don't know if he was considered an Undertaker, but you die and everybody had like a film of their life, and
that sounds familiar.
He would edit the film. So once you die, somehow he was able to get access of your life, and he would edit it and put together this like movie collage. That one was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was a good movie, but it was kind of weird. And we started to watch one with him, but we didn't finish it because something happened and we just turned it off. He was picking up prostitutes. I think he was picking up male
He
prostitutes.
was picking up male prostitutes, and it was just getting too weird.
Yeah, so we never even tried to go and see what that was about. But he's been in some good ones, and I'll always say it. And if you can ever find it, find it. The best TV show, he did an episode of Law and Order SVU.
That's right.
And that one
of the few times anyone ever gets over on them.
He
screwed them to the wall.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. The one with Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm not a big fan of Whoopi Goldberg, but she was in an episode of Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Mm-hmm.
She got over on him, and the big guy, I can't remember his name, but he was like, he about fell apart because he always get his man, he always figures it out. But man, she got him good, and that was a very good episode, and you could barely find it. And I used to own all of it on DVD, and I got rid of it. But if you can find the one with Robin Williams, he was on Law and Order SVU, and Whoopi Goldberg was on Law and Order Criminal Intent. Those are the two best episodes, and they have some really good episodes, but those two are the best.
Zom says Kurt was also in an episode of Lost in Space. I don't remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched I probably saw every episode of Lost in Space 10 times in reruns as a kid, because it would play in the afternoons in the summer, because they had the afternoon summer lineup of shows, and they played the Monkees and all that stuff. Yeah, he was Mork, of course, and that was his television No, it wasn't his television debut, but his television debut was in Happy Days, but he was still Mork in Happy Days, and he was in, I think, 2 episodes, and he tussled with Fonzie.
But didn't Mork spin off from Happy Days?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, because I remember him.
He was still Mork on Happy Days.
Yeah, I remember seeing him on a couple of episodes. I never cared for Happy Days, but I remember watching it, and I remember the Mork character being on there.
Exodore, wasn't Exodore like the homeless mental patient that that Robin was friends with, that Mork was friends with on the show? I'm trying to remember, because Robert mentioned he didn't care for Mork, but he loved Exodore.
I remember watching Mork and Mindy, but I didn't care for that show either. I liked Laverne and Shirley. I thought that was
the most popular spin-off of Happy Days. And as a matter of fact, it was more popular than Happy Days, and it's a rare example of a spin-off being more popular than the show, the parent show. Yeah,
I remember liking Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, but not Mork and Mindy or Happy Days.
Yeah, and there was a lot of spin-offs from Happy Days, so they had considerable number, including a couple of animated shows, because there was an animated Fonzie and the Gang Saturday morning, and also Laverne and Shirley in the Army Saturday morning, which they were both crappy. And then all the other shows, including a show, very obscure, like one season wonder about a troop of it was a guy that ran beauty contests, and it was a spin-off of Happy Days, and I can't remember the name of that show. And there was also like the angel, because an angel from God appeared on an episode of Happy Days because Chachi had made a deal with the devil. There was some weird plots, and that got a spin-off. There was a few. Gosh. Yeah. Lenny and Squiggy were classic. That was the best part of the show, when they'd come busting in as the precursor for Kramer, because they come flying through the door.
Weird Fantastic has to go.
Oh, okay. Well, we're glad you were able to join us.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in.
Yeah. No, Master, we do not watch TV Land because we don't have regular TV. We only watch anything that can scream. We don't watch anything like over the air TV. Yeah. We don't watch none of that.
And we don't really even watch a lot of streaming stuff too. We have our show, like we talked about it in an episode a while back, because we have our picks and we watch majority vintage shows, but we own them and we watch them on disc in a sequence, and we don't binge. That's why we only watch like 1 or 2 episodes a week of each show.
Yeah, so we're gonna be watching for a while. And if we miss a show, like Saturday, we didn't get to watch our shows. We don't make it up on Sunday. We wait until next week.
Yeah.
Because if you were watching it in the 80s and you missed it,
You had to wait till
you had to wait till
summer.
reruns.
Yeah, you had to wait till summer. And you had
Yeah.
one more shot. And
TV Land is still on, which we had here in Canada. Okay.
Raccoon says like how Frasier was better than Cheers. Cheers was a good show
I like Frasier.
up until Diane left.
Up until Kirstie Alley got in there.
That's when Diane left. They
Yeah.
brought her in to replace Diane, the actress who played Diane, because she wanted to get into film, and she got was a lot of crappy B film type roles, and they brought her back for the last season, but that's when it got kind of hard, and it was bad all the way until the last season. But then the last season, the writing was stellar because they wanted it to go out with a bang.
Mm-hmm. I like Frasier. Frasier was funny.
Yeah, Robert, that's what I was talking about. Spin-off of Happy Days show about a guardian angel. And he's the angel that showed up to aid Chachi when Chachi made a deal with the devil because he wanted people to like him. But it did spin off into a show, and it's another 1-season wonder. I don't even think it lasted a whole season.
Wasn't Petticoat Junction a spin-off of Beverly Hills?
You know, I don't remember. Oh, Nate wants to know, no pressure, but is the updated museum tour coming soon? Yes, it is. We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. We actually cleaned up to do the video and then just never shot the video.
Yeah, because we just haven't had a chance to get to it yet. But yeah, we're going to do an update on the toy museum because we're behind on that.
Zom says he's watching Green Acres right now.
Oh, yeah.
I never seen Green Acres. Wasn't that like a horror or something?
Green Acres? No, it's a comedy.
Oh,
with Talking Pig.
No, I never seen Green Acres.
Green Acres is the place to be. Zsa Zsa Gabor.
She was in that?
Yeah, she played the wife.
I always love that show. Everybody Loves Raymond. I like the parents and the brother, not Raymond. The parents was good and the brother. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody Hates Chris.
I never seen that.
Yeah, they do now because he sure has changed.
The boy that played Chris?
No, Chris Rock. Everybody Hates Chris.
It's a TV show.
It's a quote.
Oh, it's a TV show called Everybody Hates.
It was a cartoon, wasn't it?
No, it was a live action TV show. Everybody Hates Chris.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I thought that's what he was talking about.
Patrick wants to know, did we ever see the Alamo movie that John Wayne was in? I saw it, but that was a long time ago. Oh, Ava Gabor. I'm sorry. Zom corrected me. It's Ava Gabor, not Zsa Zsa, that was in Green Acres. I know it was one of them.
Yeah.
I saw it a million years ago. I don't remember it very well because I watched a lot of that stuff when I was a kid on WLVI TV 56. Used to have a lot of Westerns in the evening.
The parents, funny, they had returned a toaster. I'm not a trophy wife. The look on his face. Love the DVD sets of Green Acres.
Had the baby pig on the front sets. USMC, how often do you sell stuff from your collection to make room for new collectibles? Not that often.
Never.
Yeah, because we're not. I know that some people have this rule of one thing in, one thing out.
Mm-hmm.
If I buy something, I have to sell something else. But then all you ever hear them doing is whining about how they had to get rid of something and they want it back. So, yeah, we're not trying to sell anything. Sometimes I get duplicates, like I get extras. If I get an extra of something, if I do, it's an upgrade, and then I'll sell the other one to offset the expense. But stuff like that. But yeah, we don't sell a whole hell of a lot.
No, I know our rule is once you get tired of it, seeing it, well, my rule, then I take it down and put something else up in its place.
Yeah,
keep stuff in totes. Yeah, but to sell something just outright, because you might get tired of it today, and then in 2 years you want it back, and the price done went up. And 9 times out of 10, you already bought it after market, so you already bought it at an inflated price. So to sell it, buy it again, it ain't worth it. So we just put it away. And if you need room, you know, take something down and put it in a closet.
Master is remembering Fess Parker and Davy Crockett, the old Disney shows. You remember Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier.
Do you army build, David?
No, I
He army build them
no.
that GI Joe thing.
Because I already had those.
Oh,
I had those from childhood, and that's why. Because I used to, when I was a kid, I would get extras. That's why I have 8 bats. But currently, I don't do that. I'll take all the figures I can get, though. If somebody wants to send them to me. Oh, Zomb Apple Dumpling Gang. I remember that with Don Knotts, right? The Apple Dumpling Gang.
Apple Dumpling Gang.
Yeah.
I never seen that.
Robert says Stormtrooper and Cobra Troopers. Yeah, I wish, because I have, like, I've got the bats and I've got the other one, but I don't actually have any Cobra, classic Cobra soldiers for the Terradrome. I have none left. They're gone.
When is Mezco going to ship out the deluxe Wolverine that he ordered 2 years ago?
Yeah, where's the Michael Keaton that I ordered? The Michael Keaton Batman I ordered from that. I'm just waiting any day for the notification that they're going to cancel it.
It's on the ship. Your ship hasn't come in yet. You got to wait. It's in the dock.
Says, yeah, and Tim Conway. That's right. Apple Dumpling Gang. I vaguely remember that film. Robert says, I made a rule I only buy live action movie characters, 1/6 figures, and some NECA no cartoons. Broke that rule. Darn you, Turtles, Transformers, and Voltron.
Yeah, you can get yourself overwhelmed with.
Oh, there's Yo Joe OC just joined us.
Hey, Yo Joe OC.
Rat wants to know what's the highest price you ever spent on an item for your collection. I don't know.
I buy a lot of statues.
I don't know if I want to say. Yeah. I don't know if I want to say, but because usually I don't talk about prices, because I will scratch and scrimp and finagle and trade and work up crazy deals, and so I don't pay full price for anything. But I'm not trying to. Nate says he had to get him. Had to get me going. He's talking about something else.
Yeah, that Mezco, because he know that if you just mention Mezco, you're gonna fly off the handle.
Nah, it's all right. I like the Mezco, but I backed way off of it. But typically I don't talk about the prices because I'm not trying to act like I'm showing off or something because I paid X for it. I paid half price for something, and people are like, wait, how did you get it for that price or whatever?
Yeah.
I know there's some people who are like, oh, I bought this for this and I bought this for this. And to be honest, when I watch videos like that, I'm like, yeah, bullshit. You didn't pay that. I don't believe them anyway. So
Stone Sour wants to know if I have any statues on pre-order. I have one. I have one. I'm not telling. I have one.
Because I didn't even know she got the Queen Studio Joker.
You did know.
I didn't know that.
You forgot it because I ordered it 2 years ago. Like 2.5 years ago. I ordered it before COVID.
Because when you saw me in the unboxing, we did the unboxing and the review of the Queen Studios. When I get it out of the box and I'm like, what the hell is this? Where did this come from?
You forgot. It's a lot going on in your head, and you forgot.
Zom said the Serpentor statue must have been expensive. That was a gift, though. She bought that for me.
Yeah.
It was like an anniversary gift.
It wasn't an anniversary gift.
It was an anniversary gift.
It wasn't.
Yo, Joe says he paid all the money. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the NTFs from Funko?
NFTs?
NFC. Are they still doing it? I haven't heard about that in a while. And other companies are starting that. I'm trying to still figure out how it works.
I think it's a load of crap, but it's
that's
still
the way
a
of
market
the future
for it.
now.
It's still the market for it. It's kind of like crypto. Everybody thought crypto was a load of crap too.
Yeah, and look at it.
Yeah, look at it. So you never know. Personally, I don't go for that sort of thing. It's kind of like the Galactus, because I pre-ordered that Galactus, and they give you the NFT special edition comic book. I haven't even used the link yet to access it. I don't know where do I put it? What do I do? Does it go on a thumb drive? Does it go on my computer? How does that work? How do you sell those? because people sell those. I'm like, how do
Yeah.
you sell an NFT comic?
And
I
you
don't
can
understand.
you can make
Yeah.
your own NFTs. And I looked up to try to take a class to try to figure it out. But with Funko, I know they were doing it with the Ninja Turtle card for a while. And they did it for a while, but then they kind of stopped. And I haven't heard about them doing it anymore. And I've heard other companies are starting to get more into that, but I don't really understand how all that works. And I don't want like a digital comic book. I don't like reading nothing on the computer anyway. I want to have the physical copy
Yeah.
in my hand. And I feel the
Because you
same.
can't trust that. You know,
No.
it's
You,
I remember, I don't mean to cut you off,
Mhm.
but I just while we're on the train of thought, it reminds me of when Amazon Kindle lost
Mhm.
every copy of 1984. They all disappeared from off of people's Kindle Fire or whatever the hell that thing
Yeah.
is, and everybody was whining. And unbeknownst to a lot of other people, because it didn't come up, a lot of those banned books disappeared. It wasn't just that; it was Fahrenheit 451. A bunch of
Mhm.
those kind of anti-government themed books disappeared, and they said, "Oops, our bad. It was a licensing error," and gave them back because there was a lot of complaints about it. Stuff could be stuff can disappear, stuff can change, it can be altered. You don't know.
Yeah.
I don't trust that.
Yeah. I mean, but those are just like books, but it's like he said. I mean, you're gonna have it on your computer because it is digital. I mean, if you're a collector and you like to display cards and stuff like that, how do you display that and how do you show it? And you're gonna have a file full of cards. How many times you go to your computer and just sit there and look at pictures that you took and download it?
Never.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna sit there and do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
you
just-
might pull out your card book if you got some football or baseball cards or Pokemon cards or something like that. You might pull it out and flip through it. You might put the book on the shelf. If somebody come over, yeah, I collect this, and you pull out your little book and you show it, you trade it with somebody.
Yeah.
But you don't trade no digital card. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand it enough, so it sounds ridiculous what I'm saying, but it just don't seem like something.
Yeah, it's not tangible. I don't like it if you can't touch it. It's
Well, I
not
can't
tangible.
say that because I mean, half of the money you got ain't tangible,
Yeah,
and
not anymore.
crypto's not tangible. So the
Yeah.
not being tangible part is not really the issue. It's like, okay, if it's something you're collecting, like for me to collect it, I want to be able to see it and touch it and look at it when I get ready. I'm not sitting on a computer to read a book, to look at some pictures,
Yeah.
and to do all that. You know, it's for me, it's too much. I don't know.
Rats wants to know what's the longest you ever had to wait for delivery.
Like I said, I ordered some stuff. I got stuff on pre-order from 2020. It ain't
Yeah,
got here
still.
yet.
Yeah, and that's from what, Super 7?
Super 7. I got a statue on
Mhm.
pre-order, something from Super 7. Yeah, just those two.
Nate says he thinks you got that Tweeterhead He-Man on Battlecat.
No, I didn't get that.
No,
I talked about that because it's too. I mean,
they don't do that great quality.
no, because I got
Actually,
the
for the price.
Tweeterhead Hordak, and I don't like it. So it's just okay. And then now I do like the Battle Cat. I talked about it a little bit. I have the PCS Battle Cat and He-Man, where the He-Man is off of the Battle Cat and the Battle Cat looks like he's trying to go down the mountain. That's a nice look. The Tweeterhead one is a nice dynamic look. He's on the Battle Cat, you know, look like he's about to go into battle. So the two can come together and, you know, do something like that. But my experience with the Tweeterhead, you know, it looks good on the computer, you know, when you look at the
Everything looks good
picture.
on the computer.
But once you get it in your hand, it doesn't look like that.
No.
Because I am disappointed with that Hordak.
Yo Joe says you buy a pack and store it, the NFTs. You buy a pack and store it on NFT website. But the cool thing about the Funko is you can win a physical figure, and that's true.
Okay.
It's true, but it's rare.
Mhm.
It's not easy to win one, but you do have the opportunity to win one. Fig Lecter, Juan.
Hey, Juan.
How are you guys? My favorite YouTube reviewer, newscast couple. Well, thank you.
Thanks.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
joining.
that. Yeah. And Ron says, great minds. I have about 30 hot toys that were all purchased through trades. Yeah. You got to do it wherever you can do it.
I know.
You know, and you know, we don't have an unlimited income. It's not easy. I mean, you see, there's a lot of expensive pieces. The Brave Stars are very expensive now. The Silverhawks are very expensive. Commando, don't even get me started. These are harder to find than Carded Joes. But it's not easy, and I couldn't do all of this if I was paying full price for everything. Rat wants to know, out of the entire inventory, what's your favorite collection? One of my favorites is the Remco McDonald's figures.
Oh, yeah?
I love those Remco McDonald's figures.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nostalgic tie-ins with that, and I really like my product people. The product people, General Mills line and Kellogg's line, which it's very, very rare. It's stupid rare. I have all but one. I'm missing still one, and the last one that was up for sale was like 3 or 4 years ago on eBay, because I check daily looking for them, and because I need Frankenberry still, and it was so much. I mean, it was closing in around $1,000, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, no, I can't do this. But yeah, those are some of my favorites. My 60s and 70s Joes. It's hard to choose, really.
Yeah,
it's hard to pick an absolute favorite, because I love it all. But you know.
Let's see. Robert says he wish he jumped on the 1/6 scale Bela Lugosi, but he's hoping that NECA comes out with one. I got into the NTS for a quick minute. It was not for me. That's GI Joe said that. Upper Deck digital hockey cards was a farce. I refuse to have digital stuff. I don't trust it.
Yeah. We don't blame you. NFT Thunder Tank, no way.
No, ain't not gonna happen.
Master says the Tweeterhead DC stuff looks good, but again, remember, it all looks good in the photographs.
Yeah.
Because when we got that, when we got the Hordak from Tweeterhead, there's big open seams on it. I mean, it's clearly visible when you look at it, when you actually have it in front of you. And when the head and the hands, when they connect them, you can see the seam. They were not molded well. And it's
he looks at those seams.
It stands out. It shouldn't look like that, and that's disappointing.
For me, I don't know nothing about no seams.
Trevor still got that 89 Mezco Batman on pre-order too, and it's gonna be on pre-order.
Man, I just got an email from Big Bad Toy Store and a bunch of stuff that I have on pre-order with them, or pre-order with them. They just sent an email saying everything's gonna come next year, and it was supposed to be released this year.
Yeah.
So they're backing
more
everything
delays.
up.
Here we go.
The ship is in the ocean.
Yeah. Yojo says he likes the Chuck Norris. Yeah, the Kenner Chuck Norris line based on the cartoon show, based on the After School cartoon series. And it's not very many figures. There's only like 10 in one vehicle.
Massive Magnetism says he's done with pre-orders.
Yeah, and I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
And Robert wants to know if I'm tempted to get the Clint Eastwood Man with No Name. His name is Blondie. You
talked about getting that.
I was thinking about it. It's expensive. Get a Sideshow one, because they did the Blondie and the Dirty Harry, and both of those are nice. They look nice. It's very nostalgic, especially the Blondie. Fistful of dollars, a few dollars more. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The trifecta of or personification of Eastwood spaghetti westerns. And I'm just like, oh,
that's my mom. I'll call her back.
It's tempting, but it's so expensive. It's hard to just jump off.
Let me see. Nate says, my brother and I made my dad go to every Super X and Revco in 4 towns to find that 5-6 inch John Matrix back in the day. Still have
this.
my 16 inch.
Well, it came in 3 sizes. You had the
Mhm.
16-inch one, the 6-inch, and then the 3 3/4 inch, the 1/18 scale. Came in 3 sizes. And there's so many variants on these figures. There's only 8 figures, but there's so many variants. It's hard to even, I don't even know where to go, because there's 2 different color schemes for the cards. So you get 8 figures, then you get 8 figures on red cards. Then you got, I think, 6 figures this size, not this one, because the 6 figures this size are on this card. This one is a separate version of Matrix from that 6-inch series. And then they also came on 2-packs. So it's a huge can of worms if you can even find any of them carded still. It's a nightmare. And then there's 3 16-inch. 2 of them are Matrix. One is on the black box, one is in a red box, and then there's a ninja in a black box. So
Okay.
it's a lot to deal with to even find him. Why'd they call him Blondie? That's what Eli Wallace's character called him in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Everybody, when he said Blondie, everybody knew who it was. He was like, "Hey, Blondie," that was his character name in the movie. Tuco, Eli Wallace.
I have Target classified pre-ordered that I can't even remember when I.
That's Target and classified series. Between the Targets and the exclusives, and then the repaints of the first wave, I was done. I was like, I don't want to get any more classified figures.
The thing,
because I was trying, and I was like, oh, this is too much.
The thing with some of the pre-order, because I order my stuff on Big Bad Toy Store, it be out in the store on clearance before they get it and send it to you. So it's like,
Yeah, Yo says the Commandos are cool. Never heard of them either. Yeah, they're interesting figures. They're kind of goofy. This is more like a Masters of the Universe figure, the way he's joined it together. But he has soft goods. The pants are like fabric, and then there's a plastic vest. But yeah, these are really basic. See, 5 points of articulation, 1 weapon in there, but yeah, very, very tough to find these still on the card, especially the 6-inch ones. But yeah, I enjoy them, and if I can, whenever I can find one, if I can find one for a decent price, I'll try to grab it.
Robert wants to know if I had a good time on Saturday. Yeah, I did. I went to go visit my parents. They had something going on there, party for another family member. It was cool.
Robert says I kept them company.
Yeah, the 6-inch with the cloth pants was the one we threw a fit over. God bless my old man.
Well, the 16-inch one has cloth pants too, and then a big plastic vest.
Why give him a cloth pants and a plastic vest?
I don't know. The vest is vinyl, and there is a difference between the 2 figures too, because it's not the same figure. It is the same mold, but they painted them both differently. The pants are a different color fabric, and the vests are a different color, and everything.
That's weird.
Well, I mean, that's what they did, because they were going to try to do a cartoon, same as like with Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos, and hard to see him right here, but that's the Rambo from the cartoon. They were going to do it too, and it never happened. So then they had all these figures, and they just released the figures and just let them sell out in clearance and Kmart and whatever. And you know how it goes. But that's a really tough line to track down.
Master says, do we watch horror movies from time to time?
Yeah, sometimes it depends.
Yeah, I don't like all the modern horror. And it seemed like a lot of movies that come out is horror films. And it's like,
and it's not even really a horror film. It's just like a what do they call it? Gore porn.
yeah.
Gore porn
See how
slash
gory we can
films,
get it?
and we don't really care for that so much,
No.
you know.
But if it's a horror film from like the 70s, 60s, 70s, some 80s, you know, yeah, we like it, but we don't watch it as often. I used to love watching horror films as a kid.
Mhm.
Now I don't watch it as much because it's like, okay, you know, how many times you can kill somebody, they never die, nobody ever knows anything.
Yeah,
You know, they never have a clue about what's going on. Um, there's always one person wants to call the police, and somebody else is like, "No, don't do that." And you know, it's like, oh gosh,
it gets all really cliche. It's almost
yeah,
comical.
yeah. It's very cliche. It's the same storyline. It's the same plot. Um, you know, we do watch. What's that group out of Philadelphia?
Newcastle After Dark.
Yeah, Newcastle, and they'll play horror films. And
That's a
it's
YouTube channel.
That's a YouTube channel,
Mhm.
Newcastle After Dark. And they'll play horror films, and it's usually older ones, like from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And they're usually not that bad, or it's a thriller, psychological drama, something like
Yeah, they
that.
pick some interesting horror films that you might not have heard of.
Yeah, it's usually not the mainstream ones. It's probably like a B-list film or
Yeah.
something. And they usually have some well-known actors in it. But is ones that's not the mainstream. So we'll watch that. And usually when we do watch a horror, it's one that they've picked out because it's not so like blood and guts and all of that.
And it doesn't have to be. Remember, the original Halloween had no blood,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it was a well done thriller.
Yeah, it was, and the
Yeah.
storyline wasn't bad.
Yeah, it
You
didn't
know,
get wonky until they kept bringing him back.
because the fans kept demanding and wanting
Yeah.
him back, so then they had to bring Michael and the doctor back, all weird, and it's like, I know they blew up in that hospital.
Yeah, and that was supposed to be the end of it. That
Yeah.
was only the 1 and 2 were supposed to be 2 parts.
Yeah.
That fit together. It was really written as one movie, but it was too long, so
Mhm.
they had to split it. But you know,
Yeah, and
that's how
then
it
every
goes.
year on Halloween they were going to put out another one. That's when you got Halloween 3,
And it was
which
going
was
to be
totally
a
different.
theme,
Yeah.
a different theme, but people just didn't understand what was going on when Halloween 3 came out.
Yeah, they
didn't
wanted
get it.
Michael Myers, so then they
Yeah.
had to bring him back all crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yo Joe says he stopped watching horror when CGI took over. You don't like those digital squibs, huh? if you catch what I'm talking about.
I saw The Black Phone, and that was very well done. I never heard
Mhm.
of The Black Phone.
Oh, children shouldn't play with dead things. Yeah,
That's a movie?
children shouldn't play with dead things.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think we saw it though. Oh, here go my book. Go ahead, keep reading. I'm gonna write it down.
Now, here we go.
I do. When y'all give suggestions,
we do.
I look it up
Yeah.
and watch it. If it's free to stream, I'll watch it.
Mhm. So there. Oh, Universal Hammer movies, Zom says, are the best. Yeah,
Yeah,
seen a
we
few
watch Hammer
classics.
films. Yeah, Hammer films are good. And you can tell a Hammer film. If you watched enough of it, you can tell one.
Wasn't Vampire Circus a Hammer? Was Vampire Circus a Hammer?
I don't remember.
I'll never forget that movie because of that one scene.
That's the only thing you remember the whole movie.
For those of you who don't know, in Vampire Circus, there's a woman. She's supposed to turn into a tiger, and they paint her body with body paint. She's actually literally naked with body paint, so she jumps and splits in the air, and you can see everything. And it's like, wait a minute, she's not even actually wearing a thong. They just painted her. And this is a film from the 70s. How did they get away with that? Somebody missed that. Okay, yeah, Robert says it is Hammer. I thought so.
What was the other one? I got
Black Phone.
Oh yeah, Black
He
Phone.
says it's in theaters now, though.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Isn't that like a steep? No, that's not Stephen King. I know what you're talking about. I have seen the commercial for that black phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I have seen a commercial for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I remember from Vampire Circus was the performance.
Everything in that movie that went on. That's all you
Nothing
saw.
went on except there was a woman in body paint. That's everything else is a blur.
Oh my God, he's back at doing this again.
Oh no,
I
I'm
don't
just
know
messing
why.
with you. It's
No,
all
you're
right.
not.
Yes, I am.
Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, something is wrong with me.
Oh boy.
It must be time for dinner.
I guess.
Robert says he loves Curse of the Werewolf with Oliver Reed was more scary than watching Werewolf turn to Oliver Reed. Curse of the Werewolf?
I never
Did we
heard
see
of
that
that.
one?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
I don't remember. I don't know. I can't remember everything. I can't remember everything. It's not that easy. But that's how it goes. But yeah, horror films took a sharp turn in the late 70s and early 80s. A different concept where instead the films no longer had a resolution.
Mhm.
So you could watch a film and it had an ending and it had closure. The film had closure, like Amityville Horror House had closure. They escaped from the house. Dude got his mind back, so on and so forth. He snapped out of it. The dog rescued him. But when you're dealing with those types of films like Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees and stuff like that, there's no resolution. They kill a bunch of innocent people that had nothing to do with whatever happened to them, and they're never stopped. They're never the people don't escape. Innocent people die, and they just keep going and keep going and keep going. And that's a sharp turn that happened in that time in the late 70s, early 80s. But the trend kept going, and you end up with stuff like Saw, and then this horrible gore porn.
Yeah.
And then it just, here's another one. Here's another one. So nothing is resolved. There's no closure to the films, and I don't like that.
Read to my.
Oh, I just don't like that everyone is buying 6-inch figures and everything is so expensive, and 12-inch figures is like $300. I don't blame you, and it keeps going up. I mean, Sideshow and Hot Toys didn't used to cost that much. They didn't.
Yeah.
And I brought it up several times doing the weekly roundup. 3.0 proves that they don't need to. 3.0 again, trying to compete with Hot Toys and Sideshow in the open market, cut their prices practically in half. They were selling 6-scale Power Rangers for $125.
Well, I got the 6-scale Twilight Zone Sideshow, and they were under $100.
Yeah.
And they did Twilight Zone and Outer Limits.
Yeah, aftermarket.
Yeah.
And they probably weren't even that much when they first came out.
Yeah.
And that's the point. But they're pushing these prices up because they know you're going to pay for them. And 3.0 proves it with how inexpensive their figures are now. Because if Hot Toys was doing them, they wouldn't be $100, $125 a piece. They'd be $275, $300 plus.
Yeah. Hey, JG, thanks.
Yeah, love my shirt. My or her. Aw. Because I'm making compliments on this shirt all night because it's so freaking true. There's nothing but the truth here. Anyways.
Yeah, I agree. 3.0 is really nice.
Yeah, they've but they prove the fact that they were willing to cut back that much in their profit to compete with Sideshow and Hot Toys proves that Sideshow and Hot Toys don't technically need to charge as much as they are.
Yeah, they just do it because they can.
They're
and
willing
also
to pay for
it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with Comic-Cons and stuff like that, because they go to these shows, they put out all of this stuff and it's projected, and people are like, oh yeah, that was at the show and we can get this much for it, and people will buy it because they saw it. And as long as you are willing to pay that amount of money, they're willing to charge you. And you have to protest with your pocket. You can't protest by putting up Facebook posts and Twitter posts and YouTube videos. You protest by not buying it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they're going to hear. Unfortunately, that is the only thing they're going to hear.
Yeah. Is if you complain with your money.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not on pre-order for 25 years, Robert says. Oh, yeah, Robert says, I'm telling you, Marvel retro figures are Super 7 Joe's only thing worth a buy, or too expensive, not compared to Hot Toys. But yeah, Hot Toys, but that's a whole other level, too.
Yeah, because they're
Hot Toys,
considered high-end
yeah. And I
collectibles.
question that. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of reviews, and I also did the video where I talked about the three aspects of manufacturing, the manufacturing model, because I used to work for Frito-Lay, and it was they talked about that a lot with the 3 points of manufacturing. And I think the title of the video was Modern Action Figure Companies Are Ripping You Off. Was that the title?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because they're not meeting any of the three requirements. None of them are, especially the high-end stuff. Because you can offer a good price, a decent price, high quality, and speed and availability of the product. And Frito-Lay said that in that model, any manufacturer worth its salt will give you at least 2 of those, because you can't really give 3. Something has to be sacrificed. If it's fast and it's high quality, you're going to pay a lot for it, so you can't get a good price. And that's where Frito-Lay was at. We give you quality ingredients, quality packaging, and we get it to the shelves quick. So we can't do that cheap. Walmart, on the other hand, they put their chips out and they can get it to the shelf fast. It's less expensive than Frito-Lay, but the quality of the packaging and the chips isn't as good. So now the quality suffers. And I'm unboxing and reviewing these figures, and I'm like, this is not really a very good figure. And this is a figure that somebody paid $250, $300 for. You're not getting it fast. You got it on pre-order for a year or 2. You're paying a lot for it, and then the quality's not there. It's not good. It's not good quality. It doesn't look right. It falls apart. Things fall off. Or when I did the review of the what was it? It was the Big Chief Studios. Who is it? Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet from Big Chief Studios. It was an expensive figure. That thing was expensive. Looks like Captain Scarlet. Try posing it. Try working with it. Half the people who got Captain Scarlet, the sticker was missing from his cap. And Big Chief was like, tough shit. Too bad. A lot of people, the magnet was reversed because he's got no head. He's got a big gap on the top. He's Zippy the Pinhead. You put the hat on, and they put the magnets in backwards, and the hats were flying off. Bad quality control. After 3 postponements, it was put on the back burner 3 times because of scheduling problems, and this was before COVID. All right, and that's not good quality, not good price, and not good timing. So they're not giving you any of your manufacturing models. You're being ripped off. And JG donated $1.99 to the channel. Thank you, JG. We appreciate that. It goes to the kitty fund.
Yeah.
And we take care of a lot of strays. So a lot of you already know that. And, we need every penny we can get to keep feeding them.
Yeah, Zom says it's tough when Mattel distribution has nothing coming to retail. And that's what we also were talking about earlier. You have these companies, they're not putting stuff in the stores. You have to go, a lot of times, they make you go to pre-orders. You go to Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and stuff like that, because they're not selling in the stores. All of them. Some things do, but the majority of them just sit in the stores.
Yeah.
So if they would just listen, even if they took a survey of what do the customers want and
Yeah.
work with that instead of just putting stuff out and nobody wanting it, that would be better. But no, they just throw anything out there, and then when they don't sell, then they quit making stuff. They stop sending it out to the stores. And
Yeah,
all of
because the stores, if they get clearance too often,
that. Mhm.
it's a death of that product.
Yeah.
They don't want clearance collecting dust on their shelves, and they lose money.
Yes,
So
space.
why buy it at all?
Yeah.
They don't care. Tumai says that I hear Mondo's going to make a She-Ra. Yeah, I think She-Ra is going to be the next one.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
the
too
one they're
soon.
teasing.
It's too soon though, because they just had the
He-Man.
anniversary He-Man. Mondo's usually a little slower, but yeah, the She-Ra, and then they also had designs for a Trap Jaw, and a Battle Cat. They have a prototype for a Battle Cat. I've seen it.
Okay.
It's all great. Stone Sour, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thank you. Stone Sour also donated $2 to the Kitty Fund.
Oh, thank you.
So once again,
yeah, if you just joining us, please, or forgot to hit the like button, please hit the like button.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I guess we were lagging again, Zomb.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Master says people will always buy Hot Toys because of addiction to the product, and that's something I've talked about a lot too. And people get mad at me. I've had a lot of people get upset with me. People with the 3.0 reviews, Mezco reviews, Hot Toys reviews that I've done, other reviews, and they're like, "Oh, you don't understand. You need to use a hair dryer to loosen this joint.
You
need
shouldn't
to soak
have
it
to
in
do
water."
that.
No, they need to fix the problem because these are complaints people have had for years, and the company is not listening at all, and it's insulting. It's insulting, but they will staunchly defend the company rather than the product. I can sit there and say I like Mezco, but they are hit and miss. They're hit or miss. Sometimes it's a real great product, sometimes it's not. Conan was really a great figure. Nosferatu was a great figure. Popeye was a great figure. And the Popeye and Bluto 2-pack was really nice. I like that set. Ghostbusters was crap. The Ghostbusters figures are not well done. The uniforms don't fit. The backpacks don't fit. The backpacks are hard plastic, and the straps are plastic and they don't fit. The elbows are single jointed elbows. They really sucked. And it's like, but then people will get on my back about saying that I didn't, giving it a bad review. I had people mad at me about the Hulk review. And it's like, this thing was delayed twice. It took a year and a half for the figure to come out. It was $120 retail figure. And the colors don't even match. His arms, torso, and head are 3 different shades of freaking green. You can't even match that up. I was pissed off. The Build-A-Figure from Marvel Legends was the better Hulk than Mezco, I should be able to say that without people getting upset, and they'll again staunchly defend a company instead of an individual product. Defend the product, not the company, because that's just an obsession. You can't worship the company. It's a mistake to do so.
Where are you?
Oh, Robert says Clint Eastwood, maybe Sly Stallone, but a $800 Iron Man, no. And yeah, some of those die-cast Iron Mans from Hot Toys are outrageous. And I did do a review on one, and I gave it a bad review, and that was the Neon Tech, the original Neon Tech Iron Man. The thing fell apart. When I was posing it, his arm fell out of the joint twice. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is up with this? Mondo, I gave a bad review. I gave a good review to every single one of their Masters of the Universe figures except for the Hordak. The Hordak, I thought they did not do a good job on. He looks good, but I don't think they did a good job on him physically. His hands don't even stay in. They fall out. I'm like, for God's sakes, you can't, his hands won't joint in properly. They don't fit. Plus, he had the least amount of accessories of any of the Masters figures, and he was the most expensive. And I was like, wow, that's just disappointing, Mondo. What happened? Because every other one I gave a good review to. I'm not going to worship Mondo, but I'll say they're good when they're good, and I'll say they're not when they're not. Let me see here. Gilgamesh wants to know if I name all the kitties. I try. I try. I give him simple. I give him simple names. Like there's one that's really old that comes to the house. You can tell he must be like 16 to 17 years old or something. He's just looks old. I call him Dad. Plus, he is a father because he's the one that brought Brother and Mustache to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And one looks like he has a mustache, and the other one is his brother. And Dad used to come to the house and eat at the back porch, and he hung around. He looked really, really bad. He's a long hair cat. You could see his ribs in his spine. He looked awful. And I was like, oh my God, he looks bad. And then he came one day and he had a huge gash in his head, and he let me touch him, and I examined the wound, and all this white pus squirted out.
Ew.
And I was like, oh, he's sick. And I had some cat antibiotics, and I mixed it in his food for him, and he got better. He got better, and then he disappeared for a few days, and I was worried because he's really old. And then he comes marching across the yard with an all-black cat and 2 little kittens bouncing along behind him. So the whole time he was sitting there, he was coming to our back porch. He was feeling us out to see if it was safe, and he brought the family.
David is a cat psychologist.
That's the only
knows
explanation.
Everything they thinking and feeling.
That's the only thing I can think of. Zom says Canada clearance Motu Castle Grayskull $39 now.
Oh wow!
Now's the time to get it.
They got 1 million of them at Target.
Target, yeah. That you couldn't find them. Now there's a bunch.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like when the Battle Cat came out, the Panther came out, those Origins figures, when they came out, you could not find it. You couldn't find the Trap Jaw and Kronos. But now you go to Target and Walmart, and they got tons of them. But you couldn't find it at first. You know, and
it
then
pays to wait.
Yeah. It does pay to wait and not buy anything on eBay, because I just waited. And well, actually, because the Battle Cat came out first, I gave up on it.
Yeah.
Then I went to Walmart, and then suddenly it was like a whole case of it. And now every time you go to Walmart, and they have a bunch, and the same with the Panther. You couldn't find it at first. I said, well, maybe it'll be like the Battle Cat. Waited. Now they're everywhere. And the same with all of the other figures.
Robert says he likes the Big Chief Studios too, Flash Gordon Ming and Tom Baker, but yeah, I hate the same time. Very pricey and long wait. Yeah, the waits are ridiculous, and there's so many delays. I think Tom Baker's on his 3rd delay now, isn't he? He should have been out a year ago.
And it seems like the wait is getting longer. And you gotta wonder what is really the delay.
Yeah. And then who is it? Gilgamesh. She says, if you're defending the flaws in the product, you have an addiction. Yeah, pretty much. And Zom says, you're still one of the best to give honest, actual reviews, not sell out like others. Wink, wink. Oh, I don't know if I should name those people.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I would hope that if I did get to that point where I have like 100,000 subscribers or whatever, I'll still be honest about it. You know what I mean?
You have to, because I mean, people watch you and they want to know. Because I know I'll watch some statue collectors, because I want to see the statue, and sometimes they'll give a review, but really I just want to see the statues. Don't really listen to the review. Sometimes they'll give a good review. Sometimes they won't. When they do the scale, sometimes you'll get something when they do the scale. Well, I give it a 5 because it is, a 10 because of that. You can kind of go off of that. But yeah, you got to be honest. People don't just want fluff blown on them all the time.
Yeah, it's too much. Raccoon says her Red Skull has that problems for Mezco. The hands don't attach well, and the real tiny wrist joints, and they break easy too on the Mezco. Yeah, Lynx, Poor dad. I know. I feel bad for him. Every time
Now
I
he
see him,
doesn't. We don't see him that often.
yeah,
We thought he had
he comes in
died.
the morning. Yeah, I was worried about him. He disappeared for a while, but he's back again.
Yeah,
And every time
every so often.
I make sure he gets fed. I feel bad for him. Poor old guy.
Mm-hmm.
Robert, what are you talking about? Oh, he did a couple of people he doesn't like. Reviewers. He said worst rude YouTubers ever. The video's good, but horrible to viewers. Really rude to the viewers? Hey man, that's your bread and butter if you've got a big channel, right? Because because the ad revenue on some of them, right?
Yeah.
Robert says, I enjoy Open by Chance, your kindness and very nice. Well, I appreciate that. I try. I know I can be kind of rough around the edges, but you know. Yeah, Master says Shartimus Prime is one of the biggest YouTuber, but can't stand him.
Oh,
He is a bit, because I looked him up just recently. I don't watch him, but
I used to, but I
somebody-
don't like the type of reviews. I mean, because you do the one figure and review it. I don't like that. You know.
because somebody was saying that that they really like our channel and that we should be on par with Shartimus Prime. And I was like, oh, Shartimus Prime, I know who that is. And I looked up the channel and he has like 630,000 subscribers. I'm like, holy crap. I wish I had 630,000 subscribers. I'm sure I would still be the same. I hope so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to change. You know what I mean? That's probably why I couldn't get that big, because I would piss off these toy companies and they'd be like,
they're not going to give you nothing for free.
No, I doubt it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I know.
You got to save your little points and buy stuff to trade and do all of that.
Yeah, they don't send me nothing. But you know, like I said, if I would get something one time and I'd be like, you know what? And give an actual critique, and they'd be like, no, we need to get rid of this David guy. It would get to the round table. We're gonna scratch this one off. He's no good.
Oh boy.
And that's how it goes, guys. Oh, Robert says got to go with phone dying. Oh well.
Okay, but thank you for joining.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we probably should probably get going ourselves here in a minute. It's getting late. We've been on for 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Wow,
and we should probably have dinner, check on the cats. Uncle is upstairs.
And Miss Kitty's in the room because
she's in the bedroom because she acted
lot.
stupid. She doesn't like him, but he's really mellow for a cat that's been abandoned. Let me see. Stone Sour says David would stay exactly the same except with the USS flag behind him. Yeah, I know. I'd be able to afford one now.
Yeah.
What's for dinner? I don't know. What's for dinner.
I know what I got.
What are you cooking me?
I'm not cooking you nothing because I have chicken and already cooked.
That's cat food. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, night, kids. Watch the 60s shows. They rule. Yeah, we like the 60s shows. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up because we got to get going here.
Yep.
And I'm sure some of you have something to do too. But we appreciate you all joining us. It means a lot. Thank you for popping in. And we'll try to do this again sometime soon. So we'll see you around.